We are
Hey, hey, hey.
live on air. Ooh wee.
Yeah, we live. Oh, wait.
The sip and smoke hour.
It is. We sipping, we smoking, a little bit of everything. I feel like it's been a minute. I feel like every time I talk to you, it's been a minute. I feel like every time I go live, it's been a minute. I don't know. It's
It
only been
feels,
a couple days, but still, it feel like forever.
it feels like forever.
It, do. I feel like I be missing all kinds of stuff. It just, anywho. Hey, y'all. Hey, in the chat. What's up, hubby? I see Nikki Crayons in the building. What's up, Miss Crayons? Oh, Will Intensive's here. Hey, Will. What's up, Larita Lays? Larita, I was I've seen you in a chat earlier
Mm,
today. She was over there. We, not her, but we was over there in somebody else's chat. I didn't say too much, but ZX hit the panel and boy, it bet. You know,
it was
I had to fall out the bushes when Baba hit the link. I sure did. Okay.
you gotta kind of like blend in sometimes. Blend in,
Mhm.
but everybody was cutting up. Cutting up.
Okay. It's and I want to cut up too. The fuck. Okay, Nikki. She says she's at work and got you in the pocket. That's what's up. Thank you for being here. Before you put us in your pocket, will you hit her up like Nikki? Thank you, Mama. And everybody else in the chat and everybody else coming in, hit that up like. We're gonna do a little evening slash late nights podcast for y'all tonight.
We
What's
got
going
some.
on with you, God Mama? How you been, baby?
I've been, observing and prowling and being a really good uh, citizen. Uh, you know, in these social media streets as I'm
Mm,
usually in, seeing a
mm-hmm.
lot of just
Yeah.
tomfoolery, as we like to call it, just mess, whether it be on YouTube or in these politics streets or in these podcast streets, just a mess. You know,
Mm,
not coming to no real solutions, and that's unfortunate. That's how I feel. Just my five, welcome. That's just how I feel. Nobody, and this isn't just for a specific space. It's just right now it feels like everybody's finger pointing and blaming, and we ain't getting an accountability.
mm.
We
There's no end game, right? I don't like to be in spaces like that where there's no end game.
Mhm.
Regardless if I like the end game, I like to see end game. I don't
Right,
want to just be trapped on a hamster wheel.
exactly. And
Mm,
that's where a lot of this internet space came to be is just, a hamster wheel. No one wanting to give a real solution, everyone just wanting to scream and argue at each other, which is fine. It brings the views, baby, and ultimately brings that paycheck from social media. I get it. But at some point, somebody gonna have to step up and be like, hold on now. We doing too much finger pointing. How about we both say, yeah, we're both messed up and we move on from there? How about that?
how about
'Cause
that?
these stories we got coming up for y'all is
Mm. We haven't gone live. We haven't posted in a week or so, but we've been active. We've been
very.
active. And we got some stuff for y'all tonight. So y'all get comfortable, whatever y'all doing on this Tuesday night. Oh, we Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Taco Tuesday. Titty Tuesday.
Helen,
Um, yeah, let's get comfortable and dive into some things because to me, these are distractions, and I get it. We all enjoy a good distraction. We all enjoy a juicy plot. We all enjoy looking at something else just to get your mind away from the
right.
stuff you have going on. And if you're able to look at some chaos and some drama that's worse than the situation you have going on, of course you're going to go look. That makes you feel better about yourself. Like, ooh, they got it worse than me. Oh, I'm glad that ain't me. Lucky it ain't me. But you're still going to pay attention. It's like a train wreck or a car wreck. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be in the car. You're not going to turn away from watching the car wreck. And that's
Right.
okay. That's okay. We all need that. We're from that side where, a little bit of distraction with some chaos and some fuckery. Yeah, I'm gonna tune in. I am. I'm guilty. I'm gonna tune in. You know what I'm saying? I am. I'm the type of person where I don't like to get sucked in.
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay. I like if it's a revolving door, then let me revolve myself up out of here every once in a while.
Right.
Okay. I can come in when I want to and leave when I want to. So I'm not mad at it. I'm not, but there are so many distractions. It almost gets you get yourself hammed up.
Mhm.
You get so distracted that you forget what you have going on right here. You forget
Mhm.
what the priorities are in your life. Then when you're done being distracted by this other nonsense going on, you get back to your own table and you're just barely making it by
Baby. Mm.
because you've given so much energy in being distracted.
Mhm.
And that distraction brought you no fruit to your table, no dinnerware, no plates, no cups,
Nope.
just you drained. So if I'm going to be distracted, I want that distraction to be able to multiply or be able to give something to my table. All
Mhm.
right.
Right.
And if it can't, then that should be my that's my cue. Like, oh, let me move around. Oh, okay, I'm getting laughs, I'm kikiing, but I can't be here for the next 3 hours.
Right.
I can't dedicate it. Now, if you making money and that's how you make your money, get your coins. But as far as me being a subscriber and giving my time, oh, it's helping me get through my workday. I used to have that mindset. God, mama, you know it. Oh yeah, I can't wait for some fuckery, and I still love it. I can't. I'm not gonna turn it off. I'm not gonna lie. I still love it. Yay, there's some fuckery. I'll be there. Boom, boom, boom. But how far am I taking that fuckery to where I'm tuned in tomorrow? I'm tuned in to the next live later today. I'm tuned into this. I'm tuned into that.
Bitch, take no street, fuck you, mean.
You just keep tuning in. Keep tuning in to every show. And I was in the chat too. And I seen her in the chat. Every show, every chat, every comment, that's a lot, y'all. Come on. There's way too
You
much
know,
going on.
I giggle because I was there once. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
get no sleep. I am going to catch all the tea, baby, because my cup
Mm-hmm.
never fills, okay? But I had
Mm-hmm.
to learn, like, hold on, sis, you inviting some things that shouldn't be invited. You're starting to cross reality now.
What do you mean by that? You're inviting things that you say that again and then break that down for me.
You're inviting those energies into your home. You're inviting that chaos into your home. You're inviting that drama into your home. You're inviting that attitude, that persona, that
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm with you now.
whatever
Okay.
you're consuming.
I was thinking, are you doing a? I was thinking inviting it into your home. I was thinking like on a cruise or pull up, like you're
Mhm.
inviting it to your home. But no, you're right. Just having you're right. Just
But
even
you do,
observing it. Mhm.
yeah, you do. Observe. That's the observation side. But when you get into the participation side, that's when you get the stalking, you get the obsessions, you get the doxing, the pull-ups, the um, all of those things
Mhm.
when you are actively participating. And so it's safer to be an observer, but you also have to understand what it is to be an observer as well. Find other avenues, and again, this isn't from my point of view, this isn't just a small space, circle, square, um, perspective. It's more so everywhere, because you and I were talking earlier, Lurk, about how the barrier between what we see as reality on our phones, TVs,
Mhm.
is starting to become really blurred, like, for real.
Mhm.
You
Mhm.
know, they're able to create AIs that look just like people.
Mhm.
It it
Mhm. We're no longer to the point where we can, because we're using technology for everything. If you go to work, you sign into your computer. If you go to the gas pump, or if you just go anywhere, there's technology.
mm,
Period.
mhm,
Um and when you're able to physically use that technology, it's a little different when you're typing on your computer. Tut, 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 tut. You know, it's a little different. But when you're able to use speak to talk or speak to uh, text or whatever, it takes away a little bit of you, but you're still engaged, but it takes a little bit away from you. So I'm with you. We zone things out. Let me just put this in the background. I'm the queen of it. Let me have something playing in the background. Let me have three different tabs open. Let me have an automatic system running this in the background while I'm running that. Oh, yeah. And all at the same time, you still have real stuff going on in your real life.
mhm.
We've gotten so numb. I hear people who are just live or do videos and they got smoke detectors beeping. Beep, beep,
Man, and,
beep. You don't hear that? Oh no, I zoned it out. So you're too consumed with some shit on a computer screen that in your real life, that beep, beep doesn't drive you insane?
mamas.
So so you're real. You can't go get a 9-volt battery, and I'm clowning everybody with a 9-volt or a smoke detector beep. I don't give a fuck. Oh well, it's too high. I can't reach it. Oh, it's over here. I can't reach it. Um, that's a lie because somebody put it there. Okay. So whether you're a maintenance man, you need to go get a ladder. You need to go call the fire department and
Mm,
ask them to come change it for you. Beep.
hallelujah.
So you so invested in everything that you see in front of you on this fake screen or this fake television or this fake cell phone or whatever. Now they got virtual reality, the iPhone lenses or whatever.
Mm,
We're just, but still be mindful of the smoke detector going off in your house. Still be mindful that your kids are hungry or they need physical interaction. Still be
mm,
mindful that you need to sit outside and go hug a tree. Still be
mm.
mindful of those things, people.
Baby, because I've been reading this parenting book, and it's titled "The Book You Wish Your Parents Would Have Read." One your children will thank you for. And
I saw you post that.
and in the book it says sometimes you're gonna have to lay the TikTok, the Netflix, the YouTube. Sometimes you're gonna have to lay that down to spend time with them little ones because you're teaching them habits you don't really want to teach them when you just shoo them off because you want to entertain an audience. Now let's be real. Majority of us or us are not making the type of money to where you can quote unquote justify entertaining the audience and pushing your child off. You know what I mean? Like a Beyonce or even some of the hot little TikTokers right now who are making good money. You've got to prioritize what is most important. And a paycheck is not more important than a human life that you brought into the world that one day is going to be a pure reflection of you.
Hey, Reef, that's facts.
And so most times when you know you're and I'm not going to get too much on a tangent on that, but when you just anytime your child ever says, "Hey, can I talk to you for a minute?" You should listen to them. Or anytime your child is wanting to get your attention, even if they're nonverbal or at the moment nonverbal because they're young, you should stop what you're doing to get their attention. They are more important than almost anything.
Well, and we're going to get into a little bit of that because there is a luxury now of being a content creator. There are
Mhm.
luxuries. You get to stay home. And I'm not going to blame pandemic and everybody got, shut home and remote, work from remote locations, work from
Right.
home. Um, but that kind of did increase it a little bit. And
Mhm.
so there is a good avenue to be a stay at home content creator, mother. Um, but what I've been hearing, what I've been noticing is the hours
Mhm.
are not and the content, because when you're a content creator, these people edit videos, right? They go
Right.
like, I'm talking like hardcore. I'm not talking about people like, hey, I'm just going live, come look at me live and send me gifts. I'm talking about people who edit a day in get ready with me, or a day
Yeah.
in the life of, or da da da. They go to Target, they set up their thing, you see them walking by, they have to go set up their camera, they have to edit, they have to cut out music, they have to make sure they're not talking. This is it's getting insane. So not all day are they recording, then all night they're editing, and then they have to stay on top of it to keep up with the codes, and TikTok wants you to post so many hours, and YouTube you have to have so many hours. It's just, so it's a very, very dangerous road to play with as far as being a quote unquote content creator. That's why I'm a little comfortable in our neck of the woods, because we've kind of found a niche to make money without being monetized or over consumed or diluted or any of that
Or
commercialized.
right.
This little tri-sector area and a few areas of YouTube, or social media in general, there's some areas, but no, as far as being a full-blown content creator, keeping up with the regulations and rules of your contract, baby, you
Mhm.
might as well just go get a 9 to 5. It's better to me, because at least you can log off. You ain't got to go edit, listen to yourself 600 times. I don't know. I'd rather
Right.
go to work. I'd rather go clock in somewhere that's not my house and let them go through the footage, and then I'll go home. Thank you.
Right.
Goodbye.
The podcasts that really are quote unquote worth it, they have the production teams, right? They have where all they do is sit down at the table, talk their ish,
Mhm.
and they
Mhm.
go home and they have the editing team that sits back and edits and makes it what it is.
Yeah.
So it's like, uh,
And they're not considered content creators. Like
no,
the heavy hitter podcast people, they're not in the same lane as quote unquote content creators. They're not, because they have a team. They've reached that level where they don't have to do the day and get ready with me and what I ate today. Me and my 6 kids. Me and my, you know what I mean. This is what I got for Valentine. They don't have to upload their every move.
I blame
So.
TLC. I blame TLC for that shit. People wanting their own reality show. I blame TLC. Baby, this is
But
what it's
listen,
happening.
this is where we're at. This is the day and age where we're battling overconsumption, and we're battling with, oh, you can get money.
Mhm. Mhm.
So good luck with that to everybody that's even us included, Godmama. We out here trying to get it too.
Amen.
Okay. But to me, you see how I move. I don't move. I move when I move. Right.
Mhm. Yeah.
I mean, yes, I'm ready to, excel and move forward and, polish up some things. But I'm not here to sell my soul for not a view, not a click, not a cash app, not a monetization, not a nothing. Okay.
No. Mhm.
I am here to be an NAB, period. In Jesus' name. Okay.
Amen.
Amen. Speaking of 6 kids, Ruby, Frank, and Jody Hildebrand got sentenced today. They did, Nikki. They did. And I wasn't going to bring that up because I haven't watched everything. But when we do go there, Nikki, I'm going to need you to come hit the link. Okay. So we can deep dive into those white women, the Mormons, the
Mhm.
Latter Day Saint people. Okay. And didn't Ruby take the plea? Didn't Ruby take the plea deal? Okay, well, we're not here for that. But yes, she went ahead and pled guilty to, I can't recall how many charges, but let's get into that. NAB in Jesus' name. Thank you, Will. Will gets it. He knows what time it is. We're gonna get into some court things. Okay. We got real quick before we dive into our show. We're 21 minutes in. Y'all please hit the like. Thank you. Um I gave to gavel that. Oh, I don't know if that's right, Nikki. Some court things. Bishop, right, was supposed to start his trial proceedings today.
Yeah. The jury selection was supposed to be today, but it got
Hmm.
pushed to tomorrow.
And what happened with that, Godmama? What happened? Because I dipped out for the weekend. So what happened?
Well, from what I hear, the DA dropped a bunch of quote unquote new evidence that they didn't have time to go through or get ready for, which is there is Eligio's fucking right. Ugh. But and the DA is a little shitty for that, but that's the name of the game. As in, I mean, come on now, that's just the name of the game. The DA does that. The last day they'll drop a whole bunch of crap and basically see what you about to do.
Well, and I saw that as a strategic move.
Hmm.
When I heard about it, I said, "Oh, the DA ain't playing.
Mm-mm.
They doing that because first of all, right? Let's not forget Bishop was pushing and pushing for what? A speedy trial. Wasn't he crying, speedy trial, speedy trial? Now he wants a continuance.
Right.
That's
They've
interesting.
denied me my right to a
Hey,
speedy trial.
observing. Yeah, when he pushing, I want a speedy trial. And now look at him scrambling. We need more time. We need more time.
But did you
No.
see his witness list, honey? How you gonna have your own members, your own
A
as your
mess.
witnesses? He tried to push it off as well. They were there that night. Baby, I wouldn't get on that stand unless the district attorney was forcing me to. 'Cause he's not about to get me caught up on the absolutely not.
No, I want them on the stand. Remember, I want them to wear the shirts that they've been wearing for the live streams. Oh no. Put these hoes on the stand, Your Honor. Because they don't know what plead the fifth means. They don't know how to shut the up.
They
They don't
really don't.
know how to stop talking. Bishop never told them that. Bishop had them in the corner over explaining themselves on some shit that didn't make sense. So yes, get up in the witness box, please. Miss I want to pretend to be the T. Get yourself right up in that. Get up in it.
And you know
Speaking of
what's also
come on.
interesting is what line of questioning do they have for Malia?
Uh-oh.
And what is Legio's lawyer going to what type of questioning is he going to allow during cross? This
Oh.
can get interesting.
Oh, it's going to. And this is just the beginning. Right? So, and this is going to educate a lot of us
Mhm.
as far as the independent journalists that we used to be, claim to be, and some people still claim to be. Okay.
Because they
Um,
have boots on the ground now. Shout
mhm,
out to Lisa Says What and Metadiah because
mhm,
they said they boots
mhm.
on the ground, baby.
So we're gonna learn a lot. Oh yeah, we're gonna learn a lot as far as um. Well, for me, this is my first time being a part of a trial that I'm not a part of a trial that I'm actually. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Um, this is the first time that I've seen, witnessed, uh, how
Been
to,
a part of.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't even know how to put it into words.
Watched from beginning and
Not
man.
even, I didn't get to watch from the beginning, but I watched from close. I watched from Melanation. Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
I'm OG as far as back when he was teaching diseases of the mind. I was
Right.
back when he was Baba. Okay. Baba
Yep.
G. Okay. But speaking of lawyers and the legal system, let me share this. Let's get a little ghetto. Like, can you this is who Bishop needs. I don't know why these hoes is hating. I mean, who is this? God no. Who is this?
They say she bang,
Oh.
gang, 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 gang.
Who is this? Who the fuck is
And
this?
she got the bonnet on too, baby. Yeah, let's get it. Make sure y'all hit that like, please. If you can share,
Oh,
please. Okay.
please like, share, subscribe. Who is this? Who is this white lady? We gonna let her talk. I'm not gonna say nothing, but this was somebody's legal counsel at once upon a time. Now she is getting counseled um for her counseling. Yeah, let's just listen. This ain't got nothing to do with court, but this is from a lawyer's mouth.
Then you need to understand the position you play. If you're sitting there and you're getting nice things, if you're messing with a man that's in the street, then you need to understand the position you play. If you're sitting there and you're getting nice dinners, you're getting some shoes, you might be getting a purse, then when shit gets fucked up, you're down too. You might have a minor setback, but you're going to have a major comeback. Another thing is, you don't need to be sitting there asking who he's talking to and whether or not he's cheating. He's not cheating. And frankly, you don't need to ask him what he's doing anyway, because you already know he's not doing shit. Instead, you need to be Googling some shit to talk to him about so that he can get his mind off his situation. Another thing is, you don't need to get all in your feelings and lose your self esteem, and you don't want to be confident. You think he might be one. If you're messing with a man,
What? What this
Baby,
bitch say? What
it
did
is
this bitch say? She said you should Google something so that way you can have a conversation for your man and not be stressing him out. That's Young Thug's little fake ass, not lawyer, but lawyer kicked off the case, but wasn't his lawyer lady. Y'all seen this lady? Y'all heard about this? She's a lawyer, y'all.
this giving that the homies that she got locked up that she couldn't win their case is she pleading to their girlfriend. That's
Baby. Look at this lady. Look. Oh, I stopped sharing. Oh, let me add it back. Look at this lady. Look at this lady. Who is this lady? Oh my goodness. This is a lawyer, y'all.
whatever it is, Judge, that she did
She
that
did
shit.
it. Look at her right here. I got slugs for snitches, no love for bitches, putting thugs in ditches when my trigger finger itches. You can find her at Fegan Law, FEGANLAW, Fegan Law. Yo, here she go.
you know, if you're green as fuck out in the streets doing the most, you really need to reevaluate your life because you ain't made for this shit.
Bitch! Bitch!
She
Not
did that.
Young Thug's lawyer. Here she go again. One more.
You know, the best story wins in a criminal case. And in order to present the best story, you have to know the facts, the evidence. The facts you can't fuck with, that's the bones. Then you add the meat. That's your story of innocence. I'm just saying, cheddar is better. Think before you act. Don't get mad, get money. I
What?
swear the most common ass Bobo shit is the drug dealer that ride around with his whole pack. You know, the best story wins in a
What?
criminal case.
Oh, wait. Okay. Yeah.
So, and she did. She passed the bar. She passed the exam. She out here thugging for real, for real. But that's who Bishop needs on his team. If he's going, and we've said this before, if you gonna have all of these women around you, why aren't they educated?
Right.
Why don't they have law degrees? Why don't they have doctorates of any kind, whether it's herbology or agriculture or finance,
Finance.
right? Observing said a Timu lawyer. Child, she about to be on Timu real quick.
Baby. She
Y'all
got
better
her.
quit playing with this judicial system. You seen they locked up. If they locked up, when I seen they started giving jail time to the white people who did the January 6th situation, I knew there was no hope for not now one of us. Y'all better
Mm,
start getting law abiding.
Mhm.
If they locking up the white folk for storming their little whoop, they shot a lady that day. Okay, they shot a white lady and gave no fucks and came back and indicted them all.
Indicted them all.
He said, "You going to jail, white man." I seen somebody's Twitter bio and they said I was a January 6er and I did 171 days in jail. I'm
Shout
like,
out.
damn, that's the bio.
Shout out to you, I guess.
I said,
But
oh, okay, they repping their January 6ers.
oh yeah,
Okay.
that's a moment. I mean, it was a moment in history.
It was for them. It was another day for me, bitch. I'll sleep right through January 6th.
They said somebody let them in. They didn't technically, storm shit, but whatever.
Like I said, I slept through that day. I couldn't tell you what
You know,
happened.
why didn't they do anything? But whatever,
Mm.
whatever. I'm glad they didn't do anything, but then again, I'm kind of not. But moving on, moving, moving.
Moving on. Moving on. What state is that lawyer Barty? She's where's Young Thug? She in Georgia, y'all. That's a Georgia lawyer. She in Georgia. Wherever Young Thug's at. Hmm. Out there getting it. But speaking of lawyers and court situations, well, we got Bishop, we got Young Thug, I guess, and then we got Donald Trump. And then we got Donald Trump's goofy ass, y'all. Speaking of the January Sixers, right? Wasn't
Yeah,
that Donald Trump's crew? Wasn't that him and his crew?
I mean, they tried to put it off on him. They tried. They said, he's the one who organized and rallied them up and
But did
got them
he get
together.
charged for? Did he get charged for inciting, or was that what they tried to? I mean, did he officially get charged? I know
I
they
don't think
brought
he
it
ever
up, but did he
officially got
officially get
charged.
charged for inciting?
No, I don't think he ever officially got charged, but I think they just brought it up for.
Mm, hmm. Okay, so they charged the minions, not the master. Okay, but they fined his ass. What is it? Oh, nothing.
350 million.
350 million bars him from running businesses in New York for 3 years. 3 years. That's it. Oh. Well, Donald Trump moved to Texas. We'll take you. We'll take you, Trump.
And the motherfucking people, they not backing down. They not backing
Mm-mm.
down. They rallying together and they done opened this man a GoFundMe.
What? Stand with Trump fund $786,738.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my!
14 point
When
people. Man, baby, somebody
a
dropped this man
GoFundMe for Donald Trump? Child, I know.
cr- created 4 days ago.
Wow, 4 days ago.
Mhm.
Oh, y'all not playing.
Nope, they
Not
not
an
playing.
anonymous $10,000.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my gosh.
They
And
is
look at
not
Lisa. Lisa Copeland got her government. Lisa Copeland, 500. Jason, here's 20. Wow.
but I'm not any
Uh,
Hunger Games representative supporter. But they are trying to really eat this man alive
yeah,
before
I
election.
agree. Well, I just find it interesting that the white people even got charged and they're even getting this hemmed up. It's getting crazy. The white on white crime is getting real.
It
That's
really is.
yeah, that white on white crime. It's not my fight, not my battle, but I'm here, you know what I'm saying? Getting a key. But I'm taking notes too. It's like, how far are they willing to do? How far is this white on white crime really about to go?
Cause honey, they ain't playing. They ain't playing.
Observing, I ain't got time for you. Not the beehive.
But observing's not lying. The supporters of Donald Trump, they who they right
Well,
there. Now,
hold on. Taylor Swift, she's now, I guess they're pushing Taylor Swift with Biden, but here comes Beyonce with the damn cowboy hat on.
uh, look at my complexion.
Oh my gosh. She got her white self to Beyonce. Yeah, Beyonce got her white self together, put on a
Mm,
cowboy hat, and dropped her 16 carriages. Interesting. Hmm.
interesting.
I'm not saying Beyonce's Republican. I'm just saying interesting. Hmm.
Very interesting. But back when Biden first came out, they had Cardi and all of them pushing his
You
electoral campaign.
just my 5 cents. I'm with you. Trump has already had a GoFundMe shut down. So I was already aware. So when I saw this one, I was shocked. But if you see, if Godmama will be kind enough to pull it back up for us, where she scrolled down, it says, "Hi, my name is Emily or Emma or something, and I'm raising it instead." But it's not for fines because his first GoFundMe was for campaign something. But if Godmama, here, let me do this. And if Godmama will scroll down just a little bit more, right there, it says, "My name is Elena Cardone" or whatever. So you can see that they've done an they've done it. It's
Mm,
a fundraiser. You see, they have it as a fundraiser for the ardent supporter of American blah blah blah, the recent legal battles he faces. That's
that's
not
not.
wrong,
Mhm.
because I've been up to date with a GoFundMe on Twitter, and they got that bitch shut down in 30 minutes. But the
Mhm.
reason they did is because somebody had posted it and said this is to for campaign something. It was something about campaign donations, and GoFundMe said that's illegal. We don't you're not allowed to raise money for certain things. So they clearly found a loophole.
Mhm.
And it's Elena Cardone is organizing this fundraiser created 4 days ago. We see it, boop, 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 boop. So there are loopholes. Somebody else can go raise the money on behalf and go donate it to Trump. There's nothing GoFundMe can do about that.
Correct. Correct.
So
And I mean, a lot of the people feel like it's not just an attack on him; it's an attack on them as
it
well.
is.
You
Well,
know.
it's not, but it could be,
Mhm.
right?
It very well could be.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I'm not too deep dived into this specific case that the 355 million or whatever. Um,
Well, it was fraud, is what it was, Godmama. I'm not going to get into the details of it because who am I? I'm
right.
not a real estate
But it was
mogul
something
or a
like
lawyer. But no,
made
what
more than what he did, right? He
it
said
was
he
the
paid
bank.
it.
It was the banks that should have stopped what happened. All he said was, "I'm good for my money." And they
Mm,
said, "How good for your money?" And he was like, "You don't see it? It looks good." Now he might have bluffed, he might have shined it up, he might have, and that's fraud. It's illegal to say that you have more assets than what you do, but it's the bank's job
mhm,
to verify before the loan. So what happened was he claimed to have so many assets, so many things, and they said, "Okay, yeah, we'll give you loans, and actually we'll lower your interest, we'll lower all of these things because you have so many assets." So he
mm,
got loans for the cheap because he fluffed up his notebook.
right,
And you
right,
know what I'm saying? When you fluff up your resume, that it's not illegal to do it for your resume, but it's illegal when you're filing financial documents like loans. But the
mhm,
bank should have caught it. And
mhm,
and then he paid the banks back. This is another thing. The banks have been paid back, and
mhm,
it's now become a victimless crime.
mhm,
So where is this 355 going?
Yeah, that's a good question. If it's a victimless crime because the bank has already been paid back. Ooh, that
Hmm,
is and that's why I see why the people are like, "No, no, 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 no." Now I can understand why the people are like, "No, that's not that don't even sound right." Especially if
right.
they're saying he can't do business in one of the major hubs in our country, where a
Hmm.
lot of things come into, where he has a already established, foundation. And again, this isn't me being a Trump supporter. This is
No.
just me observing what's really going on because things always get like this before election time.
Hmm.
Always.
And this is the first time, this is also historical for our country. This is the first time we get to see a president going through the ringer like this.
Hmm. And we get to
So
see,
take notes, people. Well, and maybe regular citizens like, oh, I'll never see $1 million. This doesn't phase me.
right.
Cool. Keep it pushing. But for those who have their eyes on the prize, take notes.
Hmm. And you said one president is being persecuted of these crimes while the other one has just been claimed incompetent to be liable for his crimes. But he's running our country at the moment and sending billions of dollars away from our country, but he's incompetent to stand. What?
Oh gosh. I
What?
can't.
Please hit the like. Thank you.
That shit don't make no sense.
Can't do it. Mm-mm.
It don't make no sense.
What a joke. We might as well just everybody get in the car. The clown car. We'll all fit.
It's
Get
just, oh,
get your clown makeup on. Speaking of clown makeup, I just watched something yesterday and it's super viral. I don't know who's all in here. Y'all not gonna oh, we're down to 6 people. Okay, cool. You guys aren't going to enjoy this as much as I did, but I want to touch an iceberg. Okay.
mm,
I want to switch gears just a little bit, but it's still kind of all, mm, it doesn't pertain to the presidential area, but it does pertain to not taking everything for site value,
okay.
right? So, and
Mm,
it does pertain to legal stuff because, she's got some legal stuff going on now. But I want to share something. Some lady went live on, or not live, she went viral on TikTok. I don't know her name. I don't know her government name. I don't know this lady. She just popped. Y'all know I like to lurk. Okay.
you know this lady.
I don't know this lady. I don't know this lady. I couldn't pick her out nowhere. Okay.
Ooh, that's already interesting. Who the did I marry?
Who the fuck did I marry? And she did 52 parts. Okay. And I
Oh,
sent you some of them. I don't know if you watched them all. You said you didn't.
I got started, but I didn't get to finish.
Okay, cool.
But
Well,
we
there
don't, because this is a just to kind of
yes.
catch our audience up. This is kind of like I wouldn't say a secret war, but like a just where we've got to get some common ground. And it's hard to get common ground. So this has been a conversation back and forth between um, do people get different versions of people through
Mm,
their relationships? Do
hmm.
people are you ultimately responsible for the person that you thought you were with, but they turned out
Well,
to be
slow that
someone else?
down, God mama. Slow that down. Slow that down and back that caboose right on up. Bring it back. You jumped ahead a little too fast for me. I have ADD. Slow it down.
Bring it back.
When you're talking about versions of people, versions of yourself, or versions, what are you talking about? Because all I did was just show a screen. I said I played some. Who the fuck did I get? Who the fuck did I marry? You and I have already talked, but the audience has not talked to us, so they don't know what's going on. What What are you talking about? Versions? Where are we going? Because you say we have conversations about stuff. Well, no, you and I do, but the audience doesn't.
Right.
So
It's
walk this train back.
the version. When I say versions, I mean, and most people understand, it's a common understanding that through your through your growing experience of birth until whatever you age now, you go through different versions of yourself. You're not the same version as you were when you were a child, as a teenager, as a young adult, as a fresh adult, whatever that verbiage is, middle age, old age, you get different versions. And
Mm.
then
Do
when you,
circumstances also bring out versions?
absolutely.
Okay. Circumstances, situations. Okay.
Yeah, getting in a relationship, you
Yeah, because
create
if somebody kicks in your door, you gonna see a whole different version of yourself and your spouse. You gonna see
absolutely
if he a bitch nigga or a real nigga real quick.
real quick,
Right?
real, uh-huh.
Right. Okay.
And you'll never know that version of that person until
Mm-hmm.
you're put in that circumstance, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
we can never wholly know anyone, and that's why I say people just we all have to take self accountability. But going backwards, um, because the big hot topic really is this is what chaps my ass. So I'm just going to go ahead and get it out here.
Come
The
on,
big
baby.
topic
Hey,
is
Kylie. Please hit
because
the up, Marty. Oh wait, that's
uh,
our only moderator tonight. Hey, Kylie. Hey, moderator. Sorry.
hey,
Go ahead.
Todd, um, is the big hot topic now, and people just won't lay it down. Is that it's women's fault that they're baby mamas. That it's women's fault because they choose wrong.
Oh, let me turn my headphones up. Okay, let me get comfortable. Let me get something to sip and smoke on.
So I think that's kind of where this um, video or this 52-part series that this lady made kind of also comes from whenever I said, well, because my point is yes, a woman can take some accountability for who she had her child with, but she cannot accept full responsibility because and if y'all in the audience have been here for a while, you know that we've already had a narcissistic discussion of who has
Correct.
the most tendencies. And
Correct.
in that conversation, we proved that men are the most narcissistic. Maybe not the traits, what we were talking about in that conversation,
The
but
tendencies, right.
scientifically,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but scientifically, they're more narcissistic than women. They're
Statistically,
diagnosed.
facts.
Mhm, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, that was kind of my whole process of thought is if the man is presenting one way and then another situation or circumstance happens in your relationship, if he's not who he says he is in that moment, you're gonna
Mm-hmm.
have a different version of him. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes people can keep it all the way together until a child comes. Because once that child comes, now that attention is diverted off of that person, of the partner, of the spouse,
Mm-hmm.
so
And
now you
well, look
version
what look
person.
what just my five says, Bam. She says different people in your life get different versions of you too. She
Mhm.
says my brother didn't know I cussed so much till last year.
Right.
Right? Your
Yep.
boss gets a version of you. Your wife
Absolutely.
gets a version of you. Your
Mhm.
sister gets a version of you. Your dad gets a version of you. And that's just natural
Right.
to a degree. Now, when you start putting on a full-fledged facade, which we're about to get into, we just had to back the train up a little bit, y'all. We about to deep dive a little bit. But when you start putting on a full-fledged narcissistic, gaslit, dysfunctional mask, okay? Don't be mad when I set that hoe on fire and you burn in it.
Mhm.
And there's not a lot of women like that. There's some women, like we're about to see, who it just didn't click for them and they fell for a trap.
Mhm.
And I'm not talking no, because we love to throw bitches under the, oh, she got her titties out. She got her ass out. She in a thong. This woman was a godly woman. We about to watch her. Like I said, I don't know this lady, but we going to set this train up right.
But it's kind of also like the whole Darren Jackson, why you get yourself set up. The Darren Jackson situation, his wife was, they were both Christian. He was a relationship specialist. You know what I'm saying? The whole Kevin Samuels, but in a relationship type vibe. And he was cheating on her, drove
Mm-hmm.
her crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
now he's moved on with someone else. You know, I think she has too, but it's just that you get people can create different versions of themselves and in different situations and circumstances
Right.
that
I mean, no, that's
those
natural to a degree. Like I said, like your boss should get a version. Your boss, unless you're running the company with your husband and your fucking boss, that's different. But your boss should not get a version of you that your spouse should get. Your spouse should
right,
not get a version of you that your children shouldn't get a version of you that your spouse gets. There's
right.
yes, that there are normal things that you should have. Yeah, there's little compartments, right? Beep, beep, beep,
Mm,
beep, beep. I put my mom hat on, I put my whoop de whoop, yeah, that's normal. But when you falsely put that hat on,
mhm,
intentionally put a mask on. Oh, I'm going to go ahead and knock this woman up. I'm going to get her pregnant because she's beautiful. She got it going on. She's educated. There are men that think that way. Salt, I don't know if you're going to catch the replay, babe, but you know how I like to do you, baby. So don't get upset. But Salt likes to say things. We chase them to break them.
mhm,
Oh,
mhm,
okay. Okay. And look, we about to watch a goofy bitch that got chased and broke. Let's
mhm.
get into it. And we're not going to watch all this, y'all. I'm going to give y'all about 10 minutes. I'm going to feed you a little bit. And then I want you NABs and you nothing ass niggas to go, lurk for yourself. All of this. I will put the link in the description box for y'all to get right where you need to go. I did drop the link. Nobody needs to come up, but if you want to come up, you can. You don't have to, but if you want to. So we're gonna start this off. This is the one that got 10 million motherfucking views. We're gonna start off with part one. I don't know what hold on. Let me pause this. Daquan, what's so funny, hubby? What you down there giggling for? You've been giggling all night. LOL. Hold on. Oh, let me get to the chat real quick before we get to this lady.
Mhm.
Let me share this screen up here. John. Kylie says, well, first, hold on. Nikki says, it depends on what version of myself fits into any given situation. If if I can be funny with one person, but have the intellectual, serious conversations with another, they get different versions.
Mhm. Mhm.
Hello?
That's not
You think
her.
I'm not
Right.
thinking
In my
mm-mm.
opinion, it's not her being shallow or disingenuous. You can't
Mhm.
go to a person who wants nothing but jokes and be intellectual. They're gonna be like,
Mhm.
and
Yeah,
vice
that's not what they came for.
mhm, mhm,
And then we have Kylie says, I married a Christian man that beat my ass. Divorced.
mm,
Divorced.
mm.
Gotta go, Negro. Here we go again. Nikki says, that's why I tell him, don't even talk to me. Go ruin another bitch's life. Yo, and this, while we watch this together, this is why I cannot wait. I sent this to Salt, y'all. I don't know if Salt watched it, but Salt, you know how I already sent it to you, so you need to go ahead and watch it or not, or come watch it with us. We'll do a private screening together. But this right here, when niggas get to say, "Oh, you a hoe," or "You should go be a hoe," this right here, never. I ain't never had a hoe bone in my body, and this bitch right here, I'm sending this to my child. I know this might be a little intense for her, but I need her to know. Mia, hush. But I need her to know before she does so. I don't want my daughter to be 50 like this lady doing some shit like this. Okay?
Right, right.
Cuz when let's just watch it and then we'll break it down. Okay? Let's just watch it as a family. Y'all please hit the like. I'm going to be on mute. Let's just watch it for a little bit.
Hi, and welcome. We all know why you're here. You're here for part of the new series that I'm calling Who the Fuck Did I Marry? I'm going to create this playlist series, and I'm going to tell the story of how I met, dated, married, and divorced a real pathological liar. Um, this is my introduction slash disclaimer video. First and foremost, I'm going to be truthful, even if it makes me look bad. I'm going to be honest, but I'm also not going to be disrespectful to anyone that was involved. I'm not going to use people's real names because I don't have.
Hold on. Has anybody in the chat seen this yet? If this is new to y'all, get comfy. Because she's a wonderful storyteller. It's very long. We won't watch it all tonight unless we need to. But has anybody in the chat seen this yet? I'm just asking. Mia, hush. Grandma's life. Okay, no, not yet. Okay, well, get comfortable, y'all. Get comfortable.
Don't have their permission to do so, and the sister does not want any sort of litigation. I will tell you off the top, I have a sense of humor and I have sarcasm. So things that you see me laughing at, none of this is funny. But in order to get through it, I have to laugh. If I cry, I cry. I'm human. I'm a woman. This was traumatic. Um, I'm going to do the best I can to upload as much of the story as I can, because I know people get so annoyed with the follow for part 4, follow me for part 17. I'm just going to do the best I can to keep uploading the videos each at a time. I'm going to go in order from the time we met until the time I got our divorce decree in the mail. So that is a lot of time to cover. Please give me the grace to just get it out. It may not be all in one day. It may not be all in 2 days. But what I can tell you is even if you don't necessarily
Oh,
see
she
the
gets it
video,
out.
I'm probably recording it and then I will upload it into the playlist titled Who the Fuck Did I Marry? What else do I need to cover ahead of time? Because I feel
Okay,
like
let's
this
get
video
into
is
the story.
important to give some sort of context. So that way, when people jump into the series, they kind of can figure out, oh, let me start at the introduction video and then work my way through. A lot of the questions that you all have sent. Please excuse the hair, but here is part 1 of Who the Fuck Did I Marry? So I met my ex-husband around March 4th of 2020. We met on Facebook dating site, and we also matched on Hinge. I did not realize that he was on both under 2 different names. So one was his actual name, and the other one was a variation, like a nickname that he called himself. Different pictures. So it was a running joke between us. Oh, you ain't even recognize that you had matched with me on Hinge. No, I didn't. And also that should have been a red flag. By the way, you will notice in this story, I called it the United Nations of red flags. It is so many red flags that, I mean, you would have thought I was colorblind because I ignored all of them. So anyway,
She ain't
back to the
lying.
story.
She is
We
not
met
fucking
around March
lying.
4th. We exchanged phone numbers. He called me and we talked on the phone for the first time. In the first phone call, he told me that he had just moved to Georgia from California, from San Diego. His job had transferred him because he was being transferred in as the new regional manager for a major condiment company that is based here in Georgia. I'm not going to say the name. And so we also talked about his childhood. He told me he grew up in Philly. He's from Philly. Both of his parents were deceased. This is the first phone call. Both of his parents were deceased. His father was a Philadelphia police officer. His mom was a teacher. He also told me he briefly lived in Augusta with his family. He had two brothers and two sisters. He also had two half brothers on his dad's side. First phone call. So I'm just giving you guys the backstory. This was the first phone call we had. So we talked about family. We talked about friends. We talked about our jobs. At the time, I was working at Georgia State Patrol. And he knew this, and he just thought that was like, wow, so you work with troopers all day. Yes, I did. Also in that phone call, he explained to me that he used to play football. He explained that he used to play arena football. I know nothing about arena football. I know about NFL. I know about college. Go Dogs. But I don't know anything about arena football. So he explained to me that he used to play arena football. He used to work at Apple in the off season of arena football.
Not arena football.
And I remember thinking on that phone call, oh, okay, like, good for you. I don't know anything about arena football. And I believe I did tell him that I don't know anything about
Hold
arena
on.
football. That'll come into play later on.
I'm sorry. I just got it. I'll never mind. But anyways, further down the story, she says how he's like a 3X and like how sloppy and fat he is. How does he play? Never mind. Maybe that's what arena football looks like. I don't know.
So he told me, I just moved here. My job is paying for my housing and they are helping me to look for a house. He was like, right now I'm in Gwinnett County, but I'm trying to look for a house, ideally in Atlanta, like Brookhaven, Sandy Springs. He was like, I really would like to move out there. And so I thought, that's great. You're looking to get a house. You just moved here. He was like, I don't really know too many people here because I spend all my time at work and, this job is really demanding. So that was our first phone call. We talked more. He talked a lot, which took me by surprise because I'm not really used to men talking more than me. He eventually asked me out on a date. Our first date was set for Saturday, March 7th, 2020. He asked me what was my favorite restaurant. I said Cheesecake Factory. And so we agreed to go out at the Cheesecake Factory in a location that was in between. I lived in Clayton County at the time. He lived in Gwinnett County. I realized that if you don't know anything about Metro Atlanta, that makes no sense. But basically, we lived about 45 minutes apart. So we agreed to meet at the Cheesecake Factory over at Perimeter Mall, which is in an area, Sandy Springs, Dunwoody area. I was excited. Like, I called my friends and was like, I got a date, blah, blah, blah. We'll see how it goes. First conversation was good. Hopefully he looks like his pictures because, that's always an issue with online dating.
Nikki. Yeah, let's stop real quick. Nikki, can she get to the point? No. But I can send something in the chat real quick, but it's TikTok. You see why it's 52 parts. Yes. But she gets into she's a good storyteller, Nikki. She really is. Kylie said, not cheesecake. Weren't they complaining? Don't you ever take me to cheesecake? Which one is it, ladies? Do we like cheesecake or no? Is it some? Anyways, but no, Nikki, yes, this is why it takes 52 parts. But she breaks it down. This woman is very well articulate. She is not. I don't think she used any curse words in her 52 parts. Just to throw that out there. I mean, I think maybe a couple. I don't know though. I don't know. So, Nikki, this might not be for you, Levy, but yes, and we're not fixing to sit here and watch 52 parts, sweetheart. We're just gonna watch a little bit. You have to disagree. Well, Nikki, I know that's why I love you. She said she has to disagree with the articulation. Not engaging as a storyteller to me.
Yes, ma'am.
Look, Reef said, I didn't hear, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We didn't hear none of that. Well, to us, it's refreshing to some of us. Let me go. I'm sorry, Nikki. This might not be for you, But please hit the like while you're here. We love you, Nikki. We love you. And please disagree all through this lady's story because there will be parts that Godmama and I will chop the fuck up. Okay? She about to tell us too. She
An
talking about
arena an arena football, I Googled it. Arena football is just, it's played like gridiron football. It's on a smaller field than a regular football field, and it's made to be played indoors on kinda like a ice hockey rink, but you got, like, the, like, floor, not the ice, but
turf. Turf.
mhm, mhm.
Well, that's what I figured, but is it like flag football for older people or something? Well, he ends up telling her that he's winning championships and he ends
Oh,
up
they
telling her a whole listen, this lady, first of all, they were only married for 6 months, but she goes through the details of it's crazy. I have seen women take notes like this, but I was just I don't know. She said, "Who the fuck?" She did great to me. To me. Yeah,
Same.
indoor. Yeah, it's that turf stuff or something.
Well, it
Shut up
says that
stuff.
what makes them distinct is they have netted goals at the end, so I don't know, child. It
Oh,
must be
it's
a whole
netted?
it must be a
Let's
whole
look this up as a family. What is arena football as a family? Not nets. I was thinking flag football or something. What is arena football? Oh, there is one. Arena Football League?
Mhm.
Oh, it's
It's a whole
real.
it's a
Oh,
whole
okay.
thing on these streets.
Oh, but he wasn't in it though. He wasn't really in it. They wear pads and helmets? Here,
Mhm.
let me share this over here with y'all. Look, family. Arena football. What?
It's a smaller field, they use less
Yeah, I
play.
see.
Mhm.
Oh, so it's real, but it's like
It's
not. I mean,
not
it's
for
yeah, yeah, it's not. Yeah. Well, NFL's not real. We found that out. We'll get into that.
mm, 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 mm.
Okay, so arena football. Oh, okay. I don't know if it is it international. Anyways, but back to this guy. All right, y'all. I'm
Yes,
sorry.
it's
And
primary. What the
mm,
hell?
you know who I miss? Lady Still, where are you? Girl, get your butt over here, Lady Still. I'm fixing to go share this on your community wall. Lady Still, get over here and let's listen to this lady together. All right, family, here we go.
Hopefully, he looks like his pictures. So, on my way to our date, I took 285 and literally right before I got to Boulder Crest, the exit for Boulder Crest, I heard a boom and I lost control of my car. Thank God that well, not thank God, but I knew what to do. So I did not crash, but my tire blew out. So I called him and I said, "Hey, I'm so sorry, but my tire just blew on 285. I'm slowly making my way off the exit. I believe I pulled into a Chevron gas station. And I said, I got to get this fixed. I don't know what to do. Like, I'm a damsel in distress kind of thing." He kind of paused. He got quiet and he was like, tell me exactly where you are. Drop your pin. So I dropped the pin and he came to the gas station. Came to the gas station, got out the car, and I was
We're not gonna run that back. She said she was a what? A damsel in distress. She got
I'm
a
the
flat tire on the way. Run this back. You didn't interrupt that godmama. You just gonna let this bitch go through that?
because it was the way she said it, friend. It was the way she said it. Like, I'm a little
A
damn.
damsel in distress. This is her first red flag. Don't make me keep tabs on who got more red flags.
I don't know what to do. Like, I'm a damsel in distress kind of thing.
Hold on,
Mm,
run it back,
But
bitch. You
I
said
knew what to do. So conversation was good. Hopefully he looks like his pictures because that's always an issue with online dating. Hopefully he looks like his pictures. So on my way to our date, I took 285 and literally right before I got to Boulder Crest, the exit for Boulder Crest, I heard a boom and I lost control of my car. Thank God not thank God, but I knew what to do. So I did not crash, but my tire blew out.
You did a thing,
Mhm.
So I
baby.
called him and
Yeah.
I said, "Hey, I'm so sorry, but my tire just blew on 285. I'm
Wow.
slowly making my way off the exit. I believe I pulled into a Chevron gas station, and I said, I got to get this fixed. I don't know what to do. Like, I'm a damsel in distress kind of thing." He kind of paused, he got quiet, and he was like, "Tell me
Yeah,
exactly where you are, drop your pin."
but
So I dropped the pin, and he came to the gas station. Came to the gas station, got out the car, and I was so relieved that he actually looked like his pictures, that I was like, "Oh my God, he's actually attractive," because he's like 6'4", 6'5". Um,
that makes
oh, also, man, I apologize. So let me go back to the first conversation. Let me add something. He did tell me in the first phone call that he was divorced, and that his ex-wife, she had two children, a boy and a girl, who were teenagers, young adults. I think the girl was about 20, and he said that he had a very close relationship with his stepkids, but that he and his ex-wife had divorced because she cheated on him out in California, and so coming to Georgia was a new beginning for him. She was still out in California. The kids were still out in California. And so, he was like, I can't stand her, but I still want to be in the kids' lives. I have to put that in there because that will come back later. So this is just setting the stage. Again, that first conversation we talked about family, job, friends, how he ended up in Georgia, me being in Georgia, the things that, I would think people talk about in the first conversation. All right, now back
But what
to the
part?
tire blew out. So he shows up to the gas station. He changes my
I
tire,
haven't been
which I just
in
thought was a
a
sexy.
I haven't been, I've been married for quite some time. Even prior to then, I didn't really first date questions asked about family, and that was kinda later on. Yeah or no? Because that's kinda weird to
And well, and she said they met on a dating site.
Facebook, right. That's
And
yeah.
well, she said there was two, but we'll get to the two of them. But yeah, she met on one, and then he was like, "I'm surprised we didn't match on the other, because bitch, I've been stalking you." Anyways, well, listen, I gotta go with Reef. This is why I love my people so much. I love my people. We don't let shit slide over here, bitch. You got us fucked up. Just my 5 cents said she better learn to change her own tire. Or she just
Period.
said a tire, bitch. She didn't even say her own. Sorry, just my 5 cents. I'm not calling you a bitch. I'm sorry. She better learn how to change a tire. Okay? A
Mm,
tire. Here go Reef, though. Here go my baby. Talking about God was talking. I wouldn't go with her on a date. Too much bad luck.
mhm,
Period, Reef. She
mhm.
talking about she don't see red flags. She colorblind. You might be a walking red flag. Have we thought of that, ladies? Talking about, I
Mhm.
don't see red flags because you are the red flag.
And
Talking
don't
about
even
part one. Who the F did I marry? I don't know, lady. You tell us. Flat tire. But that's a love story though. Let some people tell it because that could be romantic. It could be. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I was on my way to come see you. I was rushing. It was raining. My tire popped. He met me at the gas station and he changed my tire. And that's
yes.
how I met your mother. Right? It could be romantic. Let's not lose faith.
Okay.
Let's not lose faith. You know what I'm saying? Some of us are jaded and bitter.
Oh,
Let's not
yeah.
lose faith. This could be a romantic story. I don't know.
Thing in the world.
Please.
And then he proceeds to say, "Hey, I found a tire place around the corner. You need to get another tire. Like, you can't drive on this donut." So he followed me to, um, he followed me to the tire place.
Family, please forgive me. Y'all keep talking about her hair. She got one of them roller curl things in. She gonna take it out. She fixing to go to work. She's just on her way to work. Instead of wearing her little bonnet, she got something. It's a roller curl thing. It's something they do on TikTok. But it, everybody keep talking about it in the chat. Hi, brother Phyllis. Please hit the like, my love. Oh, and the links in the chat, please. Anybody's feel free. Oh, Kylie's our only moderator. Never mind. I'll redrop it.
And then helped me get a tire, paid for it. So I was definitely like, wow. And so the vibe was good. So anyway, I get the tire fixed. We follow each other to the Cheesecake Factory over in Perimeter. We hold hands walking into the Cheesecake Factory. So in my mind, I'm like, this is just this. Oh my God, I had butterflies. That's the look of a woman who had butterflies. So I had butterflies. And
Ooh.
we go in, there's a long wait. And so we sit outside and we just talk. And the conversation's great. And this is where he tells me what it is he's looking for. He tells me, I believe at the time he was 42. He was like, I want to get married and it be for real. He's like, my parents were married 40 plus years before my mom passed away. And I want that. I want marriage, family, a house. Like that is what I want. He's like, I'm as a man, I'm ready to get married, but I want it to be for real because the first time, it really hurt me when she cheated on me. So he's telling me everything that I wanted to hear. And so he was like, what is it that you want? And I said pretty much the same thing. I was like, I'm ready to get married. Definitely want to have a family. And I want to marry my best friend. So we both put on the table that we wanted marriage. And this is the end of part 1. All right. Who the fuck did I marry? Part 2. So we both put on the table what it is that we wanted. We both had established we were dating for marriage. We were not dating just to date. We were not trying to be friends with benefits and none of that. So the dinner at Cheesecake Factory went really well. We laughed, we joked, we talked about people, which is kind of up my alley, my sense of humor. It was a good vibe. So at the end of the date, at the end of dinner, we sat in his car and he played this song for me by John Legend. I don't know the name of the song by the time this video posts, I will put the name at the bottom.
Not
I
the
can't remember
John
the song. I
Legend
just remember
seduction.
that John Legend was
Red
talking
flag.
about, I think I met my wife tonight.
I met my wife
And
tonight.
I thought it was a sign. So I was like, oh my God. So anyway, we ended up sitting in the car talking just about life and experiences until about midnight. So during this conversation, he again is telling me how it was, what it was like living in California, how he went out there, he went to San.
Okay, we're gonna fast forward through some things because we kind of want to get to a little bit of the drama, just a little bit. Like I said, it's 52 parts. I don't feel comfortable.
Okay,
Look, she's at part 30. Which one is this one? Hold on.
I'm going to use this as a clarification video.
Okay.
So we're going to use part 30 as a stop. Let's clarify some things.
Yes.
I've done that before on a previous set of videos. So I think it's just important to do that. So that way I can try to address.
What I do like about this lady, I know y'all are mad, like, oh, she's slow. Oh, she takes too long. You know what? There's a lot of slow people in the chat. And that's why I'm a nothing ass whoop. A bitch, okay? An NAB through and through. Because y'all irritate people in the chat asking the same questions. Acting like you didn't hear this lady say it the first time. She got to come back and she on part 30. She got to repeat herself. She made it crystal clear for the first 10 parts. Now she making 20 parts, because you slow motherfuckers in the chat want to give her 10 million views talking about, well, what happened? How did y'all meet? What, instead of going and looking. That's why I get it. I couldn't be a content creator, baby. I could do a podcast, but I couldn't be no content creator. Because I'll fuck around and hurt somebody. Black sector taught me better.
Bad
Some of the things that I have seen in the comments, both supportive and just downright mean. But let me clarify some stuff. Number one, it is important to remember that I am telling this entire story of how I met, dated, married, and divorced my pathologically lying ex husband. I am going in chronological order of events. So, what that means is that, ma'am, sir, whoever you are, if you were coming in at part 30, but you have not seen part 11, some stuff is not going to make sense. I know. It is a long playlist.
It is.
And don't worry about
So she said part 11. Let's go. Because she get into it.
part 25. Who the fuck did I marry? So we weren't looking at houses anymore.
Oh, I
We were
forgot about
not working
this.
with a realtor anymore.
Oh, I forgot about this.
Part 23. Who the fuck did I marry? So we agreed to do marriage counseling. I
Okay,
had
let's
found
start
a
here.
pastor and his wife who agreed to do our counseling, basically. Our counseling was going to be on Zoom and it was going to be every other week, every other Tuesday. Initially, Legion was participating in it. Um, his body language seemed to be that he was open and receptive to the marriage counseling. Now, the pastor and his wife were deeply concerned at the fact that we had only been married 3 months and we were already dealing with some form of infidelity. We were in marriage counseling, and as the pastor would put it, there seems to not be any sort of intimacy. Um, they were concerned, rightfully so. I think any person would be if they knew what was going on within those 3 months. So,
Is that better,
the pastor and
Khaki?
his wife, it is fair to note, we started counseling with them
Is that better,
in the
Khaki?
spring. We continued counseling with them up until a week before I found out what I found out, and he got kicked out. So, one of the first things that the pastor kind of talked to us about was, um, are you what was the deal with the Facebook Messenger stuff? And Legion was like, it was stupid. I shouldn't have done it. It really was just attention, and I got carried away. He felt like he was not going to. He kept saying, "I'm not going to keep apologizing. I'm not going to keep getting persecuted."
Reef, I'm asking you if the volume's better for the video, babe. I was saying, is that better? Sorry, I did my mouse. It's like, sorry, I didn't have it on the mouse pad. So I was asking if that's better. And thank you. Yes, part 30 is crazy, y'all. But we love it.
After I told you, I'm sorry, I told you I wouldn't do it again, and I want us to move forward. You're either going to forgive me or you're not. Pastor and his wife were like, wow, the audacity is real on this one. So, needless to say, we started moving slowly forward. It was always in the back of my mind, just like it was in the back of my mind with that black Dodge Charger. It was one of those things where, okay, I see how you kind of are moving and operating. He came to me a few days after we started our first counseling session, and he was like, we should get a joint bank account. What he wanted to do was to each one of us have our own account and to get a joint account for our money to go in there for joint expenses. Now, up until this point, he had been paying the rent, the utilities, and I really was just paying for my stuff. So now he's suggesting, look, we're married now.
Kylie, you're
Let's go ahead and
smart.
get a joint account. I
Yes.
wasn't necessarily against it because I knew that I would still have my own account. I would still have my own savings. So what I countered with was, okay, let's take a look and see what we're working with. Show me your checking. Let's look at each other's accounts. Look at what
That
we
wasn't
have
his, yeah,
currently.
that's not his real name. She didn't, you guys, she doesn't dox her ex-husband. So she's calling him Legion. That's just a nickname she gave for this story. Fuck around and TikTok found this nigga and she calls him Legion Kylie for biblical reasons. So again, I'm gonna link y'all with the whoop to whoop. She calls him Legion for the reasons you would, Kylie.
And
Anyways,
TikTok found him?
TikTok found that nigga, bro, straight from
Yeah.
her story. Just from her little story. She got 10 million views in 4 days. So yes, they found him, blasted him, and he responded to her, and he looked goofy as fuck. He put up a 5-second clip talking about she lying. I left her because I found her in bed with another man.
Oh God. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
talk
Mm-hmm.
about real trolling. Shout out to TikTok.
Listen, TikTok was on that hit, but this bitch has so y'all. It's a lot. This story is deep. Like, look, we're at part 23. It's a lot. Y'all didn't want to see part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know what I'm saying? She talking too much. Turn up the volume. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. No, I'll drop the link and y'all can go lurk and do what y'all do for yourselves.
He was cool with that. So he shows me his checking account. His checking account available balance was about, it was just over 9,600. Mine's was just over 1,500. So there was a huge disparity in the amounts. And so he logged in on the phone and turned it towards me, and I could see available checking, available balance, just over 9,600. I logged into my savings. I showed him how much
He's
I had
not
in
gay, Rafe.
savings.
He's
He
not gay.
logged into, picked up his phone, logged into his Chase savings, turned the phone towards me. In the Chase savings, it was roughly about 15,000. But I also knew that he told me he had a US bank savings and he had an offshore savings. So at this point in time, I asked him, show me the US bank savings, show me the other two accounts. He would not do it. This became a huge bone of contention. He would not show me the two accounts that he claims has the most money in there, the accounts that he claims has money for a house in there, because he still was mentioning, hey, we need to get on this house thing if we're going to move when the lease is up. So I'm just adamant on, why don't you want to show me your savings account? You showed me the Chase one. Like, what is the big deal? And so he kept saying, he was like,
Hold on, let me catch y'all up with part 23. So basically, this lady moves this man in during the pandemic. Okay. Because he had his own spot. When she met him, he had a job, he had his own spot, whoop to whoop, blah, blah, blah. Pandemic hit. They were like, yo, let's link up during pandemic. So they found pandemic love. This woman is a little Christian woman, godly woman, blah, blah, blah. She wasn't really, she is never, she has her own 3-bedroom, 2-bath apart house, condo little area. She's got her own spot, always had her own spot, drives her a little hoopty car. You know what I'm saying? She just a little, regular, degular, schmegular. But she was excited. She's getting up in age. She was excited to meet this man, blah, blah, blah. They link up. And during the pandemic, he was like, well, you know what I'm saying? Where should we go to quarantine? She was like, he had a studio apartment. I wasn't going to do all that. And she felt so guilty. She doesn't talk about this is why it takes 52 fucking parts because she really breaks down on herself. She felt so guilty about bringing this man because that was the conviction of the Lord. But she felt so guilty about bringing this man. She had never lived with a man before. She didn't want to. She wanted to wait till marriage. This was her first live-in boyfriend. She's
Again,
dated people. She's a grown woman. She's dated people, but she's never shacked up with nobody ever.
again,
So
you get different versions of people when you
different
live with
versions.
them.
Hmm. So, and she admits it. She says she was flattered because when he did shack up during the quarantine, they went through their honeymoon phase and it was cute. And he was going to work. He had decent money. He was paying her bills. She said all she had to pay was her little car note and her little car insurance and her little hair and her little, whatever she wanted for herself. He paid for everything else. He paid for everything. And she says that she fell victim to that. She
Mhm.
did. Okay.
Mhm.
Well, you call it thirsty, Kylie. She wasn't, but she was. I mean, yes, I guess she was. She was. I'm not gonna stick up for this lady. I don't know her, but she was. She was. She didn't stick with her intuitions. You know what I'm saying? She didn't stick with
Right.
her. So this is where people like Salt come in and be like, "Well, it's your fault." Yes, it is. She had a moment of weakness, and look, but she didn't end up with no baby. She didn't end up with no STD. She didn't end up owing. She should have got the marriage annulled, but she didn't. But she ends up divorcing this man in 6 months. Not to tell all, the whole story or whatever. But like y'all said, she taking too long to get to the point. But just to get y'all where she's at, this woman, he tells her, hey, I got my bank accounts, I got this set up. And he wasn't doing like, oh, I do crypto and oh, I'm a scammer. And he was like on some grown man vibe. So she
Right.
was like, oh, okay, that's what's up. And at first, she didn't care about the money because she was paying for her own. She wasn't, in dire need of his money. It was like, oh, we're cool, we're cool. But he intoxicated her with that. Oh, I
Mhm.
got it, I got this, just everything. Like he's like how he set the tone. Oh, I fixed the tire and I paid for a new tire. We didn't finish the story, but he ends up driving her down the corner before they get to Cheesecake Factory and he buys her new tire. So,
Mm.
anyways, they end up moving in, blah, 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 blah. And she wasn't tripping at first. She didn't see those red flags. She wasn't paying too much attention. She was, what I'm saying, intoxicated off that honeymoon. What they say, dickmatized. Saying, oh, yay. But
But
she
just
still
like
had,
I stated earlier, like, if you having to go to marriage counseling within the first, uh, 3 months, honey, y'all wasn't supposed to be
well,
married at the beginning.
she did that. And I'm glad she did. She did that because her discernment was tearing her ass up.
Mhm.
She kicked him out on his birthday, June 17th. Juneteenth is his birthday. She kicked him out. He had a whole knee infection, had lost weight. She didn't give a fuck. She kicked him out on
Mm.
his birthday. She's telling her story, but she's also has a testimony. She has a
Right.
testimony behind it. She didn't come up here to spill her business and be like, y'all go dox him. And this happened in 2020. She hasn't been with, they divorced in what, 2022? So she hasn't talked to him in 2 years or something.
Mm.
So she fully went and she said she's still kind of, healing because even though we're so used to horror testimonies, oh, this nigga beat me, drug me through the wall, they was drugging it. She has a little innocent testimony, but her testimony is powerful and it's something I want to share, like I said, with my children.
Mhm.
You gonna fuck around and get that honeymoon phase and somebody gonna hurt you, baby.
Mhm.
They gonna give you those versions. Oh, this is one that is me, but this is also me. Haha, gotcha, bitch.
Right.
Gotcha,
That's
bitch.
hook, line, and sinker, ain't that what they say?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Chase him to break him, and that's what he did in the first 3 months, broke her ass down.
Broke her ass down, but she had enough strength. That's what I like about this story. Because I'm
Mm.
used to these nothing ass stories. Oh, this nigga that made Dusty. Yeah, bitch, we know because
Right.
you a Dusty bitch. This woman knew from the get go and didn't let it stay. She kicked this man out on his fucking and he was crippled. He had injured himself and he was like, what about my leg? She said, I don't give a fuck about it. Oh, well, it was his knee. He said, what about my knee? She said, I don't give a fuck about your knee. Get you and your knee out of here. On his birthday, this woman's, what they say, standing on bad stuff. This bitch
Mhm.
stood 10 toes down in Jesus' name. She said, something ain't right. You got to go. We've been married 6 months. Got to go. Bye. You and your knee. She didn't, I didn't finish the story for you. Oh, Kylie said I'm a good narrator. Thank you, baby. Well, anyways, I wasn't going to tell you. I wasn't going to tell you all the business, but baby, this all the business. But it was so refreshing to hear a testimony.
Mhm.
Because she's still in a grieving, you know what I'm saying? I trusted a nigga. I can never trust a nigga again. We know,
Right.
mama. She didn't do nothing. She did do something wrong by avoiding red flags. And the whole time she holds herself accountable, the whole time. All while she's talking shit, she's like, and this is where I fucked up. I'm like,
Mhm.
love to see it, love to hear it. Go ahead, Queen. Tell us where you fucked up so that way we don't have to fuck up out here
Mhm.
on this weirdo dating app. Girl, get your ass off the dating app. Take your ass to church. And she does. Another thing, she had family support. She had she wasn't you know how we have people like Bishop where they like to take you away from all your family, and she wasn't what's that called when they, put you by yourself. Yeah. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? She wasn't, yeah. She didn't give him that power. You not gonna take me away from my family. You not gonna whoop do. You know what I'm saying? Mm-mm. She kept God and family by her side throughout her little trials and tribulations. She said, I don't know what was going on, and it's not my business to tell. This part is my business, though. I said, go ahead, girl. Go ahead.
right? Because even if we make stupid decisions, we still other people got to, there's two sides of the story, and everybody's got to be held accountable.
Well, no, because as much as I'm clowning her, as much as I'm sitting up here, not judging her, but talking my shit, because I've seen all 52 parts plus the live stream. I done tweaked and geeked all through this.
Yeah.
So as much as me talking shit about her and like, girl, look here, why he, you know what I'm saying? You just, and in a righteous way. I need you to know what you sound like, because I want to play this for my child. This right here was her first fuck up. Okay, talking about damsel in distress. Damsel in distress got you married and divorced within 6 months. Period. We got to stop doing that. We have to stop. And that goes for male and female. Because there's niggas out here that like to play dumb too. When a man does it, we call it weaponized incompetence. Women have weaponized incompetence as well. I'm like, damsel. No, bitch, you're dumb.
Right.
There's a difference. Okay.
You put it into it at this point.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And what do we got in here? She was pretty for that. She was petty, and was petty on his birthday. But if you listen to her story, you'll understand why she went that way. She said, because at first she, like I said, she's very articulate. You didn't hear her cursing or nothing like that. But at the end, by part like 49 or 48 or something, she's like, and I wasn't using this voice. I was being very ugly. And I threw things. I'm like, I know that's right. I know. And she said, get out of my house. She had her mama on the phone, her pastor on the phone, her so-and-so on the phone. And what's crazy during this story of this man who is a pathological liar. Let's get back to him though, real quick, because shout out to the queen. I had to blast you out and put the spotlight on you. It is what it is. But let's get to this pathological liar that she goes into detail. It was eerie. There was no physical abuse. There was no, it wasn't bishop abuse. It was something totally like he set up a whole fake life. This nigga thought he was a tindler, swindler, blah, 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 but he was so schizophrenic about it. So he would be up every day, 6 a.m. on the phone, blah, 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 blah. And then, oh, I'm making coffee. I'm doing this, blah, blah. Come to find out. So then he'd be on the phone other times. Oh, I'm calling the bank. Oh, I'm this, that, and the other. He would be on the phone for hours. Come to find out, he was talking to nobody. Nobody was on the other end.
Nobody.
Nobody. He was talking to himself every day at 6 a.m.
Honey.
She got out I'm telling you, this lady got out because she ended up finding out he had 2 other ex-wives, and they said she ended up talking to one of the ex-wives and some family members, and she ended up, doing righteous things. But they said it sounded like he had gotten worse. They were like, oh, he used to, do those type of lies, betrayals. They're like, but he didn't take it to that extent. He didn't do that. Like, there's things that she goes into details about. And they were like, this man was playing, she says that he got off on seeing her get excited about things that would never happen. He would promise her things or take her through extensive things like, oh, I set up a trip and we're waiting on the travel agent to get back to us. And, oh, I'm going to go buy you a car. We're waiting for it to get delivered and like extensive stuff. He was filling out bank paperwork that he had no proof of. It was tender swindler type vibe. But she never put up any of her money. Everything that she put up, she kind of, at cautionary. So he didn't swindle anybody out of money. He just gets off on I don't know, living these weird, and come to find out he's a twin and she never knew it. It wasn't until she talked to his older brother, he's like, "Oh no, that's our twin brother, his twin brother. They're 20 minutes apart."
Wow.
Girl.
So
Oh,
was so are these accounts that she's talking about, are they real or not real, or because if we're sitting and having hour-long conversations that aren't with no one.
nobody on the phone. So he would be, she gives an example. Her video, like I said, 52, she gets very detailed. She shows how he acts like he's on the phone. He'd be on the phone like, "Oh, hey, how you doing? Nice to talk to you. Oh, I'm over here chilling with my wifey. Oh, okay. Hey, wifey, so and so says, hey. Oh, you heard her? Yeah, she says, what's up? Yeah, she's doing good. So we just over here at the house chilling," and then goes on for 20 more minutes to talk about random shit. "Oh yeah, that's what we doing. Oh yeah, we was checking this, we was checking that." Told her he was a VP of some company. First, he was working as an arena football player. Then it turned in he had arena football, working at Apple, working with a condiment distribution company. He ended up being a VP. Had a knee injury. Girl, the most. And whenever she would bring his ass, like, she's kept notes. She started doing voice notes. She was like, "Something told me that I like," her innocence is just beautiful. It's beautiful. But she would be like, "Something told me I should like journal or I should take tabs because it wasn't sitting right with my spirit." Like, this is not a 9-year dysfunctional relationship. This isn't a 20-year dysfunctional testimony. This is
Right.
a burn and turn, bitch. This is 6 months. On your birthday, get the fuck out my house. I need my daughter to have that kind of courage. When a nigga ain't shit, get him the fuck away from you. And how dare you have a fuck nigga around you?
Mhm.
Period. We don't have those standards anymore. So I'm very grateful for her testimony. And I'm very grateful that her non cussing testimony got 10 million views. Yeah, she fucked up, but he drove her through this weird, I don't know. And she said it. She was like, "I didn't question it until it was time to question it. And then when I started questioning it, nothing made sense. And then when I questioned it, it was like some blurry haze of dysfunctional lies and loops, and like the Willy Wonka chocolate factory. You have to do this to get that. You have to, what I'm saying? She's like, "Nigga, you're my husband. I ain't doing shit. Show me your
Right.
paperwork." He was giving false social security numbers. Girl, it's the most. He married her under a false social security number. Child.
Wow.
Child.
Wow.
Married her under a false social security number. Talk
So
about versions of me. Versions of me.
right, and so how are you supposed to man, how are you supposed to know that person?
But when he met her, he changed her tire. He bought her
Right.
a new tire.
Right, and isn't that what social media is telling women? Like, if he's not doing this, this, and this, then he ain't shit. Well, he did that,
They
and
were
he
married for 6 months,
he
but
checked out
oh, you're talking
stuff.
to, okay, sorry. Y'all in the chat. Okay, they were married for 6 months, but they dated for like a year, like maybe 14 months, or not, not very long. It was like 2020 to something, something. So maybe 18 months of dating, marriage, all of that. But y'all are talking to each other. Okay. She can save people this way. She can, but it's not about saving. It's just that testimony, baby. Yes, you can save people, but if you've heard it before, if you know what I'm saying, it gets into your subconscious.
Mhm.
Like, "Oh, I've heard this before." Not to make anybody paranoid or "I can't trust anybody." You probably shouldn't, especially at face value. Um, and yeah, just keep in mind that there are versions of people, you know what I'm saying? When I go to get a job and I go for an interview, nigga, that's not the version they're gonna get when I get hired. Okay. My interview lurker is way different than my on the job lurker. Okay, that much I will say. Okay, not in a bad way. I'm just saying there's versions of me. All right, well, let's watch just a little bit more, and I'm gonna fast forward again. Let's fast forward down to part like 40 something, where she gets down to her testimony area.
Part 27. Who the fuck? Part 41. Who the fuck did I marry? So this is the continuation of my conversation with Chris. Part 50. Who the Part 40. Part 43. Who the fuck did I marry? So after the conversation with the aunt, again, she's telling me that Legion has been keeping up this lie that we had a son. I let her know, no, ma'am, there was no baby. We did not have a baby. And I said, I thought that he told you. And she said, he's told a few people that you all had a baby.
Oh, side note, she did get pregnant, but she miscarried. But he carried on the lie to certain family members of his that they ended up having a child. So not only was he lying to her, like he was lying to other people. So there was people out there thinking this lady had Legion's child. Oh my god.
And she said, because I know some people were trying to send a gift to celebrate the birth. I didn't know anything about that. Didn't know anything about that. So she said, he's trying to come stay with me. She said, but I don't think I want him
Hey,
to.
Mean Mug.
She's an older lady.
Hey, Mean Mug.
She's like, I don't think I want him to come here because I don't really want to get involved with his divorce again.
Hey, we unlock.
And I said, what do you mean again? I said, are you talking about the previous wife? And I said the previous ex-wife's name. She said, I don't know who that is. I'm talking about LaTanya, that one, the first one. And I said, well, what happened? Do y'all remember I said in my previous video that I read their divorce records. He had filed for divorce and they had a temporary protection order against each other. I said that. So now the aunt is on the phone saying that she had to go to court and testify on Legion's behalf in regards to the temporary protective order. And I was like, well, what happened? She said they got into a fight with each other. And she slapped him. And I said, well, do you know why they got into a fight? And she said, yeah, apparently he had lied to the wife and it was something major and they got into a physical fight. And she said that woman almost beat his behind. And so he asked the court for a temporary protective order. So now I'm just getting the backstory on how that TPO was even came into play. So I told her, I said, Miss.
Yes, Mean Mug, it is.
We'll call her. I said, you don't have to worry about that. I said, we're not, he's already signed the paperwork. We're not fighting. I don't have it in me. I don't. So I said, I'm not going to tell you not to have certain people in your home, but I am going to tell you that I'm just barely kind of discovering exactly what the lies are in regards to Legion. So if you feel comfortable having him in your home, then do it. I said, but I am going forward with this divorce, and once the divorce is final, I will have nothing to do with him. And I said, and I'm so sorry, that he lied to you and kind of pulled at your heartstrings in regards to a baby. I said, there is no baby. So she said, so y'all are really getting a divorce? I said, and I didn't want to cuss to the older ladies, but I said, yes, ma'am, we are. We are. And so we get off the phone. Also during this time, Legion would call me every now and then. Legion had no idea I've spoken to his ex-wife. I've spoken to his brother. I've spoken to his female cousin. He had no idea. I have now, if we want to go through real quick and talk about what we can confirm, we can confirm that um, there is no sister. We already knew there was no baby. There was no VP job. Again, he was a temp, and apparently he was making decent money. So what I believe, and this is just what I think off of putting pieces together, I think that he made enough money to pay the household bills, because it wasn't as if the household bills were so expensive. He made enough money to live on his own. But instead of him living on his own, he's living with me. So we can also confirm that when he told me that he was paying his car off and he called the dealership and paid his car off, we can confirm that that's a lie. That story will come up later on. So pretty much at this point, the only thing I know to be true, his name, his date of birth, the secondary social security number that was on my background check, and that he has two brothers and the parents are deceased. At this point in time of July 2021, that's all that I was able to confirm that to be true. So later on, Legion calls me. He calls me because he wants some money. He just needs a little bit of money to hold him over till payday. And so we're on the phone. The call, again, I was recording all my calls at the time. We're on the phone, and I finally kind of confronted him, number one, about having a twin. That's when he tells me, I don't know why I lied, but I don't really talk about him. Number two, I asked him why did he get fired from the condiment company. His
Is that not like the biggest? Sorry, I'm smoking. I'm smoking, bitches. My bad. Hold on. Is that not the biggest red flag? Denying or lying about having a twin? That would creep me out beyond anything. And she said they weren't like identical, but it still would creep me out. I don't give, bitch. I
I see.
couldn't imagine meeting somebody, getting to know somebody, even if it was a homie. Like, wouldn't that be weird, Gamma? If I was like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm a twin. You'd be like, bitch, I've been knowing you for how many years, and you never told me you were a twin. That wouldn't be weird to you.
Yeah, it
Wouldn't
would
that
be.
be like the weirdest thing though? Is that like, maybe to me, maybe I'm tripping. That it might, the weed might be good. I don't know.
It might be. It's probably good, but if we're in a relationship and that's kind of weird. That's weird.
Yo,
Because I watch too many movies and TV shows and listen to too many true crime stories, and that's the easiest way to get your ass set up. Because one of them can watch you whatever, and you don't, girl, stop
I
playing
would
with them.
that gave me the EBGBs. Why you didn't tell when? Okay, because she was probably like at part like I don't know, maybe 12 or 27 when she was like, and by the way, and then she found because it wasn't by the way, but she found out. Oh, and he's a twin. She was like, a twin. I would have went ballistic. I would have because I would listen. I was up just scrolling through this. Just I know I had stuff to do. I'm like, oh, I need to vacuum. But I couldn't stop. I couldn't stop. I was glued
Right.
to this shit. Look, are they getting a divorce because he lied? Was it a huge life changing lie? No. Oh, Mean Mug, babe, I'm sorry you're a little late. I'll catch you up as quickly as I can. Basically, this woman is giving her point of view of marrying a pathological liar. Um, and basically, he just lied about everything. He lied. He when he went for their marriage certificate, he put a false social security number. He lied about having a damn twin, or didn't lie about it, just withheld it. He lied about a lot of things. You might have to red ball it back, but was it a huge life changing lie? It absolutely was. It was. It wasn't just one though. It was a molehill that turned into A
It
molehill.
started yeah, it started off basically a lie, the whole thing.
Mm-hmm. And it went downhill from there.
And see,
But
that's and it's fortunate for her that she, I don't wanna say fortunate or unfortunate because everybody's circumstance is their own, but that she
mhm.
didn't bring forth a child into this world for her to be now would to be now considered a single baby mama. You know what I mean? And get labeled that, "Well, you shoulda chose different." Yeah, she probably shoulda chose different. But when are we gonna hold his feet to the fire too for creating those single baby mamas? When are
Well,
we gonna
he already has children. He already has created single, like she said when at part one, she said he had children, had
Mhm.
been married. That was part one. So he's already created a single mother.
Right,
And she was saying, as much as she's just grateful for where she's at now.
right.
She did lose a child, but she's grateful for where she's at now. Okay. And that's again why I need to show this to some of the youth around me. I need y'all to see how quick and it just go. It sounds dumb to us, right? But if you're not in that situation where there's women who I don't want to say lonely. I don't want to use that and make it sound bad. But there's women out there yearning, lonely, looking for a partner, right?
Mm,
There are some decent women out, and she's one of them. Well, I don't know her. She might not be one of them, but she has presented herself as one of them. There's no way this woman did 52 parts with not now cuss word. She's a decent woman.
mm,
Period. I said what I said.
yeah.
And I know that's not a big flex, but in this day and age to go viral, it is. And I
Mm,
need to express that. Not a,
mm.
this was a rated PG go viral. We don't have a lot of those moments.
And
This was a win. That was a win for the good women, right? For the queens.
amen.
This
And
was a
not one
win.
time did I hear her promote like a Cash App or any,
Mm-mm.
which is
Mm-mm.
again different in this day and
And you don't see her nailed up. You see her all through. She does. Oh, she shows us with a wig, without her wig. I mean, makeup, no makeup. She just was an all natural. I'm just observing, y'all. I'm not trying to toot this lady's horn. She got 10 million views. She don't need mine. Trust me, she don't. I'm not here to blow smoke. I'm just saying it was, and I, like I said, she wasn't. She's not that. I don't know. She was naive or whatever. I don't know what was going on with her in that moment. And there's a lot of women out there, but there's not a lot of women that stop and say, "Get out on your birthday." There's a lot of women that would have babied this man. She says, if you guys go listen, she says while he was injured, because he was injured for about 2 weeks. She said, that was my time to do my FBI work. She said, because usually he would talk to her a lot, keep her busy, had her this and that. She never really had time to just kind of, she was right. He never gave her that time. Her
Mhm.
hindsight, of course, is 50-50, but she was like, I didn't really go cater to him. I didn't go nurse him. I didn't go baby him. She was like, once I heard some type of discrepancy when he went, because you have to show, you know what I mean, proof of finance, right? You need to show proof of finance when you're signing over certain documents or when you're looking for certain documents, when you want to buy a house, when you want to take out a loan, when you want to put down a large lump sum on something. If you have to show proof of, especially when you're dealing with brokers and real estate agents and there's all the little men in between, right? When you're dealing with that, you have to show proof of. He would talk a good game. He'd be like, "Oh yeah, here, let me flash you this little screenshot I took." And I don't know. Women fall for it all the time. Do stop
All
it,
the
ladies. Stop
mhm.
it.
All
Stop
the time.
getting swindled by these nothing ass niggas. Okay.
Period.
Thank you for staying heterosexual, but stop getting swindled by these nothing ass niggas. And if you do, let it be a learning lesson and keep it pushing. Okay, in Jesus' name.
Mm, mm. 'Cause this is too much. The man was walking around at 6 o'clock in the morning on the phone with nobody. That
Mhm.
I can't get past it. I
Let me
can't get
check this
past
out. We're done with her. Yeah, I'll send y'all the link. Y'all can watch it.
I can't get past that because that, oh my goodness.
Hmm.
And when did she figure that out? Like, in the moment?
She So what happened? Well, the details I won't give it all. Y'all need to go watch it for yourselves because it's worth a watch. I know it's
Come back
super
and
girly.
oh, y'all need to
Um,
go too.
yeah, just to show the sisters some love. But no, she had intuitions right away. So
Mhm.
it for her, it wasn't just one thing, but something told her, hey, you might want to start a little journal thing. But she did one better. She did like voice messages to herself.
Mhm.
And she kept them just dated, logged, and she would just have conversations with God, but on her phone and record it and just kind of say her thoughts. Instead of journaling with pen and paper, she would talk into her phone.
Right.
And she was like, and I don't know why I did that. She was like, something told me to do it.
Mhm.
And she ended up going back listening to quite a bit of things and was like, what? But I don't, it was him that got him caught up. It was his dishonesty.
Mhm.
And that's
Mm.
just what it's going to be. Stop being dishonest. Stop it.
Right.
And men say, "Well, you don't want me if I'm honest. You're not going to want a regular working Joe who works for the mailman or works for the." How do you know?
Mhm.
How the fuck do you know? Oh my goodness. I can't with people anymore. Everybody, oh, it's a movie. Is it? No, it's not. No, it's not a movie. I mean, it can be. You can make some movies.
Right.
Definitely. There's plenty of footage to be had, baby. Yes. But there's no lights, camera, action. This is reality. And that's okay. And to me, our best guidance is just sharpen that intuition, people. Male
Yeah.
or female. Sharpen your discernment.
Yeah.
When it
That's
says then go with that Her testimony to me was her kicking him out on his birthday.
mhm.
I was like, that's some powerful shit. On June, you know what I'm saying? Juneteenth, bitch. 2 days
Uh-huh.
before Juneteenth. Like, what? It's June. You know what I'm saying? She was like, his birthday's June 17th. I was like, yo, we be lit on June 17th over here.
Mhm.
All the way till the 23rd, bitch. You know what I'm saying? It's Juneteenth in this motherfucker. 2 days before, a couple days after. Not you
Listen.
on your birth. No, you gotta go, nigga. And I like that. And it wasn't, she didn't have her fake nails, she didn't have her weaving, she didn't have that. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't that, you know how
Mhm.
niggas like to tell that story? Oh, she kicked me out. She a no good bitch, and she got 3 baby daddies, and she got this. I loved this testimony because this woman, yes, she might have slipped up and fell for that fucking facade, but she was swift and quick to get that nigga the fuck out of here. And women keep that energy. If it ain't for you, don't entertain it.
Period.
Let it go. Let it
Let it
go. Okay. Oh, not me going in. I'm not trying to get gospel. I'm sorry.
But, that's
What? Mean mug here. Mean mug. There's a link. I don't know what you're talking about, sir. They wanted everything from me. Oh, you're talking about the bank. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, my bad. No, I didn't. I'm sorry. Kaki said 2 years later, she would have lost all that weight and be empty inside. Don't bring up her weight, Reef.
you never
Not
know.
lost, not lost all of the weight. Oh wow.
She
See,
could have size. You never know.
you
You
niggas ain't shit. Okay. Mm-mm-mm. Not lost all the weight and be empty inside.
and that's what that man is doing, you know?
Well, during the story, she ends up talking about how much weight he ends up losing. He ends up sleeping in his car, losing. Listen, she cut him off. Oh,
Good good for
she
her.
ends up cutting him off. He loses everything in the house because he was not my story to tell. Y'all go check it out. But he ends up losing all his stuff. goes to jail. She had his car impounded, the car that he was sleeping in. He didn't get out in time to get it, so everything is gone. All he has is the wallet and the keys. But he played a little video. He made a video and it looked like he got something back. So
Wow.
okay, little Legion's a little hustler, but he didn't say too much. He didn't say too much.
Of course not.
Hmm.
Of course not, 'cause he don't have all the backings of, well, you should have known his red flag from, the tire situation, 'cause, a man that, that's not what a man would do. A man wouldn't just pay for your tire right then and there, and he doesn't even know you. This is the first time he's meeting you. Like, we have to go deeper than that.
Hmm. Hmm.
Like, okay, we get it, but at what point do we start do we stop blaming each other and just say, "Yeah, that's fucked up individual, they did you dirty. You're a single mom now. How can as a community make up for that loss or make up for because we don't wanna do
Well,
things anymore. We
I'm
wanna do
I'm I'm confused on the frowning upon single motherhood. I'm
but not
confused on why that's frowned upon. I know that's how our society is set up, but I'm just confused by that.
mhm. It thoroughly
Because, well, I told you before, Godmama, there's a lot of single married women or single mothers that are married.
yeah.
There's a lot of single mothers that have a man.
Mhm.
So I'm just, I
And
don't know. And then,
I don't hear anybody telling the single fathers, "Well, you should have chose a better woman to have a baby with." I don't really, it's more like, "Good job. You're doing awesome. What can we do to help?" I was
yeah.
raised by a single father, and I was
Hmm.
because he was a single father, I had the community to help.
Hmm.
But someone who is raised by a single mother, they might get grandma to help, but it's a whole different dynamic. It's a
And
whole
it,
different
well,
dynamic.
and I, again, I am
And
so
and
confused
even
on,
and even in conversation, friend, it's a different dynamic. When I talk to people and say, "Oh, I come from a single father," versus someone saying, "Oh, I
yes,
come from a single mother."
yes,
The
yes.
conversation is even different, how people
Uh-huh.
address.
Oh, I live with my dad. Oh, cool. Oh, okay. All right. How's that going? Yes, because Gracie has a little homegirl. Kylie know her. Um, Kylie, hush. A bedroom boss. It's the microphone, bitch. Shut up. No. Gracie got a little friend that is raised by her dad too. But that to me, I was like, we need to meet him right away. I want
Mhm,
to, you know what I'm saying? I need to see. And we ended up having to meet the dad under, some other circumstances. But Jody met the dad, and you can see Jade's brought up a little different. That's cool for her, but I don't give to. I see. I just operate different. So yes, as a society, yes. Oh, your dad's raising you. Is every whatever we need, however we can help you. If
right.
your dad needs anything, let us know. Right.
Mhm,
Especially if it's a dad raising a little girl, like let your dad know anything he needs. But let it be a single mom, you know what I'm saying, raising his son. They're like, where's the father?
right.
It's like I not here. Relax. And
Welfare whore. That's what you are. You're a welfare whore.
mhm, instead of saying, "Oh, you're in your kid's life," oh, you
Mhm.
know what I mean. We don't right. We don't commend women for being in their kids' lives, but we
No.
commend men. Like, oh, you're with your wife. Oh, you actually raise your kids. Oh, you have your kids this weekend. Awesome. You're
We're
fucking
about to give you a
awesome. You're
welfare.
give this dad a sticker. Somebody give this dad a super sticker for coming to pick his child up. Give him a sticker. Oh, mom's here. Tell your mom to sign that paper. Sick of this shit.
Sick
Fuck
of
out of
it.
here. And they talk about male versus female. There is no male versus female. A male helped a female make the male and the female. End of story. We're in this together. Does it suck? Depends on if you have kids or not. I don't know.
It depends on your circumstance, you know?
I don't. Yeah, right. It depends on. Are you a single mom? I don't know. Are you a single dad? I don't know.
So, but I don't feel like there should be a gender war. That's just the most insane topic conversation that I wish never would have started. But
I.
it did. It grew huge legs. And,
Mhm.
you still got people like, what's his name? Andrew Tate. He's still out here, even though
I love Andrew Tate.
he's just still out here with his old
I
car.
love his chauvinistic persona. I do. I love me a good chauvinistic pig. I really do. Somebody that just fucking drills you from the fucking fist to the elbow. No Vaseline. I do. I enjoy a little bit of that, right? Because we're such a soft society. So it's really refreshing to get that drill. Sorry. That's my beer kicking in. Sorry.
A lot of people like the man, so you're not alone.
Mhm.
A lot of people worship the ground that man walks, which is
Well, I
women.
won't say all that. He's an egomaniac. He has issues, but I enjoy the spectrum of
He,
social media and the lack of censorship. I really do.
mhm. Yeah,
To that.
he's yeah.
Well, I enjoy that. I wish his army wasn't a bunch of incels, and I wish it was a bunch of men that were working out and were top G type mentality, but they're not. They're just a bunch of betas that have man boobs and
Stop
are
it.
incels. It's the truth, but I wish he would go and like do like he sits with his podcast, right? Oh, I got my podcast. Like I would love for him to do tours the way Umar Johnson does. Honestly,
Right.
I would love for him to meet his fan base face to face. Facts. I would love that.
Yeah, so he can see who else is sitting on the other side of that screen with him, because
Right.
it's who he thinks it is. It's
Mhm.
not these six-figure motherfuckers making six-figure type high-end money, dressing high-end, looking high-end, eating high-end. No, no,
Mhm.
it's none of that. It's what you just said, sitting on the other side of a laptop, screaming and hollering at women about how terrible they are.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah.
That's what it's turned into.
It's like WWE fans or whatever, right?
What a
I
and
want him to meet them. I want
did you
him.
Rock pop back up? The Rock has popped back up.
Who? Dwayne Johnson?
Yes. Can you smell what The Rock is cooking?
Girl, I ain't got time for him. What happened to what's going on in Maui, Rock? Where's Oprah? I ain't got time for what you're cooking. Yeah, we know you cooking because you fried up some shit. Where is Oprah? What's going on in Maui, sir? Don't come. Oh, was that? Yeah, that was The Rock. Yeah. I don't know if it was him or Jason Momoa, but yeah, it was The Rock, Dwayne Johnson with Oprah Winfrey. I ain't got
Oprah,
time to smell what you cooking, nigga. What happened in Maui?
they said Oprah is suing Taraji for The Color Purple.
Well, Taraji's not suing Oprah. Oprah's suing Taraji.
Oprah suing Taraji.
Child, I know you lying.
Mm,
I know
mm.
you lying.
That's what they've heard on.
Oprah, if you don't take your ass over to Tyler Perry and Puff Daddy and sit down, bitch. Sit the
Or
fuck down.
go find them girls that you know.
Where's Gail? Gail, come get Oprah. Come get Oprah.
Oprah done lost weight and lost her fucking mind, baby. That's
Her and
what it
what's Ozzy's daughter's name? Ozzy Osbourne. What's his daughter's name?
Oh, I can't remember them
The
people.
one that said who would scrub your gold toilets. What's her name?
Uh, I know who you're talking about.
Well,
The
anyways, her and Ozzy's daughter can go somewhere.
They all a bunch of crazy. You know
Well,
what's
they're
crazy?
both on Ozempic, and they're both. And she went and said something. Ozzy's daughter went and said something talking about, Well, you're just jealous because you can't afford Ozempic. Here she go. Here she go. Here go these.
I mean, they're
Man,
giving out
Oprah right there taking it with her. Can't afford it.
they handing out Ozempic like lollipops if you want it. You can order Ozempic off of the damn internet. What are you talking about?
Girl, well, if you live in Texas and you got your little passport, take your ass to Mexico and get you some good stuff.
Okay.
Okay. They got all kinds of stuff down there. Go down there and
Mm,
get your little whoop whoop and bring your ass right on back. Legally. It's legal.
mm.
Sure
Isn't
can.
that what that McCrae lady was trying to do? Remember that
Not
time?
trying to do, she did.
Yeah, yeah,
Not trying to do. And she went and got like all the illegal roots and stuff. She went and got like illegal plants. She wasn't even trying to. She did go and get a few pills. She did. She did. Yeah. Uh-huh.
and they
See?
still be on her neck, by the way, on Facebook. They still be on her neck.
She be on TikTok selling these little night things, nightgowns with her mom. She on TikTok. I'll
Yeah.
be watching her. What y'all talking about? I think women are evil. Wait, what? I think women are evil people, but I think we need a good woman. I don't take crap from women, but I don't hate them or bash them.
Mm,
Okay.
I think
Thank you,
women
Mean Mug. We appreciate that.
I can
Please
see
hit the up like.
I can see what, Mhm,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Because if you've not had good experiences with women or your first experiences with women where it's kinda evil, I could see that. I'm not saying that's me mug's situation. I'm just saying, out loud that could be a real thing. That many men don't they hate women because of their experiences growing
Yo,
up
I
with
heard that too. I heard that men don't really like women.
Yeah,
Like even heterosexual men don't like women. I've heard
yeah,
that.
they just tolerate us. That's what
Mhm.
that's
Which makes sense because I'm a heterosexual woman and I really don't like majority of men.
Yeah,
Sorry, I
yeah,
don't. I don't want to
mhm,
hear your loogie. I just don't. There's majority of men. I'm talking about like 98% of you motherfuckers. I'm good,
mhm,
but I'm
mhm.
heterosexual.
Right, and it's not even the quote unquote 1% that is what they consider on the internet. No, it's not even them.
Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. Yeah, because I know what it's like to be around real life men. So it's like, I know ladies are like, oh, and then I heard like, oh, when you get older, you become this horny lady, and then like I'm 40, and I'm like, I feel this exact same way. Absolutely not. I don't want to go to no bachelorette party. I don't want to go to no weird whatever dong party you old ladies have. I'm good. I'll stay over here. No, I'm not there. Maybe in 10 years. I don't know. Maybe I'll come back and report. But Reef, I absolutely adore you. Let's bring it back. Weren't we talking about like court issues? This bitch. Oh my gosh. We can't play any of it. Well, maybe we could play like a highlight. I should have recorded some because now this, Fannie Willis, Godmama.
I had to see the face.
She the one that went off in court, baby. We should have been watching this, but we probably would have got shut down if we did. Fannie Willis is under Nathan Wade's. Well, Fannie Willis hired Nathan Wade, but anyways, they're the people in Georgia that were running the. They were part of the D. She is a DA. That was going against Donald Trump in Georgia, and they had that affair or something like that, and then now they're in court. Not in like actual court for they're just giving statements under like what's it called when you go in front of the grand jury or just in front of the judge. Um, they're just trying to see if she needs to be impeached as DA, district attorney, or if they need to, find out if it's a public internal affairs basically.
Mm,
It's so good though. This shit is so funny. It's ghetto as hell. Super ghetto. Fanny doesn't her name is Fanny and she gives no fuck. She was like, "Oh, and you lie." She holding up paperwork to the judge talking about how the other lady lied, and they all know each other, which is crazy. They all work together. So the lady that's like drilling her, it works with her. God, mama, hold on. Let me play this little part. I know you've seen. Let me see. Part one. Bloop bloop. Oh, this shit is fucking gold. And this is how you know what I'm saying. This is the type of shit I like to see in America. Period. Look how this bitch cocked back in her chair. Oh my god. Oh, look at this lady. Now you recognize her now?
Let
No?
me move out the. Oh yes, 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 yes. Because I watched the grandfather's portion today when he was like, y'all might not know black culture, but we keep cash hidden in
No.
the house.
Oh. Then they had her daddy up there testifying. Oh, I always told my daughter. But I thought to myself, do we not all know the under the mattress? Nobody in that I guess that is black culture, right?
I guess,
Don't
because
you got a money stash in the mattress?
mhm,
Period. And it's not in
under
the mattress, but that's just the same or that how it used to be. You know what I'm saying? So that way you can grab it and go.
right,
Keep you
right.
some cash at the
Yeah,
crib so you can grab it and go. And keep
and
that shit in
sometimes
your mattress, nigga.
right, my grandfather always said, "Don't even just stick to cash. Make sure you got some hard things in there too. Trade
That's
barter
right.
things."
That's
Mm.
right. That's right. Get your little gold, little silver piece, little shum. Get you some steel. Get you some iron. Period. But that's how I thought we were taught. Keep something at the crib. Cause you never know.
You never know.
Talking about that's black folks. I didn't know. Do white people? No, white people don't keep all they shit in the fucking bank. They not. They don't.
No,
They
they
got.
keep it
They
in
got
a
safes.
ball.
Yes. Yes. So I don't know why we talking about this is a black thing. This is an American thing. We all know what it's like in the middle of the night. You got to get up and hit a lick or get up and move around.
Mhm. Mhm.
That's been from the days of time. Stop playing with people. Talking about, oh, how much money? Bitch, none of, like she said, none of your business. I don't even know. It'd be between this and this.
Mm.
She said a real, I ain't gonna get into it because I don't know this lady. But so we all watched that. She was cute. She was cute. She sure was. We're not gonna watch none tonight because they'll shut it down.
Yeah.
Anything else we need to discuss real quick, Godmama? We've been up here 2 hours and 22 freaking minutes, y'all.
I had one more that I wanted to show
Come
before
on,
we
cause I'm sipping. I'm sipping.
because it's like I see a lot of people are also bringing awareness to how words are starting to change meaning. People are
Mm.
trying to change the meaning of words. And
Oh,
this
so you want to talk about some etymology? No, I'm just
mm,
kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
but this lady right here had a message and she works at this is for a high school, middle and high school students.
Okay.
And she wants them to know that virginity is a completely made up concept.
Virginity.
Mhm.
You hold on. Let me put it full screen where you can get us some volume. What virginity's a what?
A made up concept.
Hold on, put this on. What it say? Virginity is completely made up concept, according to a newly released Planned Parenthood. What? Planned Parenthood video intended for middle and high school students. Virginity is a completely made up concept.
And they got
Hold on.
narcissistic.
What is a hymen?
Right. Right.
What is a hymen? My virginity is not a made up concept. I don't know for boys. I'm sure you guys start jacking off when you're fucking 12. But
Right.
for a girl, I have a hymen or had. Well, it might have grew back according to certain cultures.
They might
Okay,
have
it might have. But let me see. What's this talking about? Who is this? Who is this black lady? Why is
uh
it a black lady?
That's what I said. Why they got my sister up here doing this shit?
No, why
Why?
is she up there doing it? Not why do they? Why is she?
Why is honey?
Bitch, fuck they.
Virginity is a completely made up concept. It's a term that was created simply to control and shame people, mainly women.
What?
A virgin is someone who's never had sex, but it's not as simple as it seems. For one thing, medically, virginity isn't a real thing. In some cultures, people place a lot of importance on the hymen, a thin, fleshy tissue located at the opening of your vagina, as a marker of virginity. But the status of your hymen doesn't actually mean anything. That's because
What?
having penis and vagina sex is not the only way a hymen can stretch open. It can happen by putting something in your vagina like a tampon or a finger,
Lies.
riding a bike, or
Lies.
doing sports. So you can't tell if someone's had sex by the way their hymen looks or feels. Another reason the idea of virginity is complete nonsense is that sex means different things to different people. Generally speaking, society tends to define sex in a very narrow way: penetration, penis into vagina. But where does that definition leave queer people, or folks who can't or don't have penis and vagina sex, and choose to have oral, anal, or another type of sex instead? And not everyone's first sexual experience is consensual, meaning that they were forced or pressured into having sex. There's also a
Wow.
double standard on who carries the burden of
Pause
virginity.
this shit.
Society puts pressure on men for not having sex at the
Pause this shit. This bitch. I know y'all heard it. I know y'all heard this goofy bitch. First of all, well, I don't know. Should you finish playing it, Godmama, before I break this hoe all the way down to her neck bone? Maybe you should finish playing it so I maybe finish playing it. I'm gonna drag this bitch to the neck bone. Okay.
the exact same time they shame women for having it. Make it make sense. Either way, shame has no place in someone's personal decisions about sex. It's time to throw away the notion of losing your virginity. What if instead of losing something, we reframe it as gaining? Because the truth is, when we make our own decision to become sexually active, we aren't setting ourselves up to lose anything at all. We hope we are gaining things like intimacy, self-insight, pleasure, and empowerment. All of these
Wow.
myths around sex and virginity can be so hurtful and overwhelming. But here's the one truth you should remember. Sex is defined by one thing and one thing only: you. Maybe that's being fingered for the
Wow.
first time. Maybe it's having anal sex. Maybe it's having your first orgasm.
What?
Maybe it's
No.
masturbating for the first time, or when you enthusiastically consent to sex. That's the beauty of your sexual journey. You're in charge, and you can figure it out on your own terms. Choosing to have sex, when, what kind, where,
No.
who with,
No.
is something that only you get to define.
Planned Parenthood. Brought to you by Planned Parenthood.
I love this chat. I love that there's only 8 people here. I love it. Only 8 people here, and everybody in this motherfucker knows what time it is.
Mm-hmm.
Knows what y'all ain't motherfuckers. I'm sorry. Let me take lessons and stop being disrespectful to my chat. Everybody in this chat that has hit the like knows what time it is. Let me drag this lady to the neck bone. Let me drag. First of all, you're not gonna tell me about no hymen gets broken riding a bike. How are you riding the bike? With the handlebar or the pedal up your vagina? Okay. Shoving a tampon in your vagina does not break your hymen. Fingering your vagina does not break your hymen. Okay. You can have sex with a micro dick. It's not gonna break your hymen. I've had sex. I've had my hymen broken. I know what it takes to break a hymen. I've had plenty of time, 40 years with my good old vagina. 40 years with this old ranky tank thing. Okay. You're not gonna tell me riding a bike breaks your hymen. No, it doesn't, unless you get hit by a car and that fucking pedals ran up your crotch. Stop lying to our youth.
Stop, Planned Parenthood. Then you're going to say, well, sex is defined by you. No,
Then who
sex
are
is
you to tell
not.
me what virginity is?
If that's the case, getting humped by your third cousin at the backyard barbecue, you know what I'm saying? Back in the day in the 80s, they used to, you know what I'm saying? They used to play house. Back in the days I grew up, my sister was back there humping on some things. There was no hymen, there was no penetration, there was no sex. So,
Right.
no. Okay. We know what sex is. She's talking about, well, if you only define it as penis to vagina, what about the gays? What about them? They
Mm.
can do whatever they want and define it however they want. But we know what sex is. We know what intercourse is. Stop it.
Right.
Like
Right.
Godmama said, people want to change names and give different definitions for this, that. No, we know what sex is. It is penis to vagina, penis to mouth,
Penis to booty hole.
penis to booty hole.
So if your first time is in your booty hole, you're not a virgin anymore. Okay?
Okay.
I'm
So
just
for that, I mean, I think everybody here in the chat knows that. So, but again, I probably won't share this part with my
and
daughter,
there's
but
nothing first of all, let's just if we wanna take the shame out of virgin, just start taking the shame out of virgin. Don't start
But why
redirecting
is
it.
why is being a virgin
Like,
shameful?
I
Where
don't
is
know.
so why are we telling our kids being a yeah, shame, shame, you virgin? What? Somebody in my chat. This is why I love you guys. I will not pin this comment. Lurker sex education. You know it, hubby. Get your notebook. I won't say it, but Reef, you were always on time with me, and I just adore you. Me and Mug, you've been on time too. Kylie, everybody in this chat been on time. But somebody dropped the P word, okay? And I appreciate that. That's what I'm saying. When we stop saying, "Oh, the hymen, oh, sex is this," did I not just tell you there's a difference between a godly man and a righteous man?
Right,
Y'all gonna
right.
quit playing on my top now, and you gonna quit playing on my top. You gonna
And
quit playing on these citizens' tops. We're not going, you weirdo.
you
We're not
weird.
going, you goofy. We're not
Mm,
fucking going. Don't you sit here and tell us how a hymen can and can't be, and we're da 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 da, and it doesn't matter. And if you no, it does. There's no shame behind being a virgin. I don't know what culture this lady came from. Yeah, you get teased. You know, it's a little high school thing. Oh, you're still a virgin. Yes, and you should wear it like a badge. Yes, but after you get out of high school and you really get your groove going, you'll be okay. Many of people have made it through high school without
mm,
slut shaming, into submission of these weirdos.
mhm. 'Cause that's ultimately what I feel like they're doing, like, just like, what is it? You
It's
want to have
reverse slut
kids, but you
shaming.
don't wanna have
It's
kids.
reverse slut shaming. Like, oh my god, you're still a virgin? You haven't rode a bike and popped your hymen yet? What?
But even okay,
I
so
went for a
even
bike ride and I had sex and I lost my virginity and my hymen popped. If you don't quit misleading my children, bitch, I'm gonna be at your door. I'm gonna be at your neck. Please stop
but
playing with
even
my children and my
but
kids'
even if
kids.
you're girl on girl, boy on boy, if that's your first time, you're losing your virginity for that. It's virginity also equates to kind of first times of things. You're a virgin, you're new. It's not all my
We used to
god.
say things like getting your cherry popped,
Thank you, because
right?
that's what you knew. That's what happened. Your cherry got popped.
You get your cherry popped. And that, like you said, it could go for many things. Like, oh, this is the first time I let a boy finger me, or this is the first time
Right.
I made it to third base, or this is the first time I made it to, whatever. You know.
Like
But
Kiki said her first
true virginity to me, is to not have been fingered, you have not given oral, and you have not been penetrated at all. Not your
mm,
mouth, not by anything. To me, that's a virgin.
right,
Now, I think there's a sexual virgin.
right.
That's somebody that hasn't had full on intercourse.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? But there's plenty of little, teeny boppers out here, getting fingered or whatever. Well, I don't know what they do anymore. Nowadays, they're probably strapping on and strapping up, and I don't know what they're doing these days.
That's good.
Um, but back in my day, teeny boppers just got fingered and had oral sex and went home. Good night. See
Right.
you later. Because nobody wanted to get pregnant. Nobody wanted to be on birth control. Nobody wanted STDs. Nobody. We were all still pretty green. Well, back in my day, I don't know.
Mhm.
Back in my day, we were still kind of like, oh no, ew, she's a slut. She had a baby. Like back in my day, a girl got pregnant. They sent her away.
Mhm.
Like she didn't come back to school. She did. We never talked to her again. Okay, her name was Vanessa. Her name was
Which,
Vanessa.
oh, which
Vanessa,
hindsight
Vanessa
probably
Sanchez was her name. Shout out to Vanessa Sanchez. She got pregnant really young, and we never saw her again. And she was beautiful. She was one of the young girls, but I never saw her again. Vanessa Sanchez.
same.
And listen, I got pregnant young too, and you know what I'm saying, not Vanessa Sanchez young, but I wasn't like, after that it was like, go start your family, go move around. You don't go hang out with the other college kids. Like I could have, right? I could have been a college, but no, I was like, no, bitch, you chose to be a young mom, so finish school and go on your way.
Mhm. Change your different evolve into a different version of yourself.
Mhm. Yep, that's what it was.
Mhm.
I could
So
no
that's
longer be that. Yeah.
mhm. We all have different versions of ourselves. We quote unquote prove that tonight. The chat proved that tonight just by discussion. That yes, we do all have different versions of ourselves, even in the age that we're in right now. Our own age, like I'm 36, we present different versions of ourselves, and that is a healthy thing. So is it not healthy if you don't have different versions of yourself? Like you're just the same flatline base. You don't know how to do that quote unquote code switching or uh,
Mm.
you know, differentiate being at an interview, being at work, being at home, if you're just the same all the way around. Because we're
Well,
trying to
and
see.
I think if you keep elements of your true self, and as
Mhm.
long as you're not projecting yourself to be something you're not, um, I think that's where the line starts to get drawn. Because even when I go for my interview type personality, I'll say,
Mhm.
um, it's still me. It's just you
Right,
don't get the NAB part.
right.
I'm more what do they say, omitting some things than, submitting some things.
Right,
Y'all don't need
right.
to know all that. Y'all don't need to know that part. That doesn't mean I'm a gun toting. Well, I am a gun toting, but I'm not out here, pistol whipping niggas and robbing cars and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Type vibe.
Right.
So I'm not omitting that type of truth. I'm just omitting, cursing and smoking and all that in front of y'all. So I think as
Mhm,
long as you keep true to who you are and just arise for the occasion presented to you authentically,
mhm,
I
mhm.
think you're okay. But when you start putting that fake shit on and trying to keep up with shit that's not you, that's when you get to slip in and, you know what I'm saying? It's not
Right,
authentic and you get called out for it one way or another. You're going to hit that mudslide.
right, right. Not getting up at 6 a.m., pacing the floor, talking on the phone to absolutely
Right.
nobody. Nobody. Uh, yeah.
Yeah.
To
Looking
kind of
good.
go back in full circle before we close out, if you guys pay attention to the stock markets and things, notice that a lot of the heavy hitters that own stocks are theirs, selling their shares. So, if that's your thing, or if you are a concerned citizen in that way, you might want to start, looking into seeing what's popping, what's going on, because it's business owners, it's what Senate holders, chair holders, it's some heavy people in the stock market that are selling out right now. Uh, and what we discussed earlier, I think we talked on the phone, China threatening with their cyber attacks and that crap, and so
We did. Kylie in the chat talking about we boring. Bitch, hit the link. Moderator, hit the link and come unbore us. Sorry. No, we did talk about that earlier on the phone, and it was a joke to some people. It was a joke as far, well, not to some people. I'm talking about the FBI.
mhm,
According to the FBI, we've been getting these warnings since last August. Talking about
mm,
there's a cyber attack coming for the United States, but they're just telling us now, oh, y'all got 4 months to prepare for this cyber attack. But we see all these funds getting transferred. We see people, like Godmama said, selling their stocks, selling their assets, selling all kinds of things, and they're taking that shit overseas. I don't want to toot anybody's horn, but there's a few people that are doubling down and staying here in the US.
yeah,
I don't want to name drop, but there's a few people that still have their money bet on America, and I appreciate them. But if you look at the general, um, not just stock market, but just at the general pace of what we're doing and where our money's going, you got to go where the money goes, right?
right,
And it's not going to us.
mm-mm,
So just keep an eye out. They're like, oh yeah, we've been getting cyber threats since August 2023,
mhm,
but we'll take it serious in 4 months right before the elections.
right.
Y'all go ahead and sell your stocks.
Please hit the like. Thank you.
Oh, Kylie said, I was saying if you're the same version of yourself all the time, it's boring.
I agree.
Ah,
Boring. Mhm.
some people call that consistent. Some people call that consistent. But just
So,
take notice.
that's
If
what we're
you're
talking
concerned,
about.
be fucking concerned. I'm tired of
Yeah,
people throwing around like, "Oh, it's conspiracy. Oh, it's a leftist. Oh, you're what do they call the right wing? You're the
mm,
like." Stop labeling people and stop being triggered. Just
right. Just
take
listen, man.
take
Listen
notice. Take
and
fucking notice.
observe and listen. Don't
Mhm,
fall for the fear mongering, but still
mhm.
get your notebook out and pay
Yeah,
attention.
heed the warnings, but don't live in fear. Right. Heed warnings, but don't live in fear. And heed warnings and don't live in regret either.
Right.
I hate a wish I shoulda, wish I wish I hate a
Mm.
wish a nigga. I wish I
Shoulda,
shoulda,
coulda,
I woulda, I woulda. Nigga, we didn't.
I shoulda, coulda, woulda.
I just, I wish, I wish I was, what?
Mhm. Y'all be safe out here in these streets. They say COVID is on the rise. I don't know if we can say that word anymore still yet or not, but they
Mm,
say that's on the rise. Flu, all the types of flu is on the rise. So y'all keep yourself protected out here in these real streets.
And y'all about to get some income tax money. Mm.
Amen.
This would be time to put mattress money up.
Amen.
This is the time for mattress money. We done got us a testimony tonight. Mattress money. Hmm.
Mattress money.
Mm-hmm.
I want to drop a little 19-second clip. This is for the chat, everybody who stayed and
Hi,
rocked out.
Mama. Well, I was gonna say, can I pause? I need to go to the bathroom real quick.
Yes, ma'am.
We're
Yes,
almost 3 hours in. I gotta use the bathroom. I
ma'am.
gotta go pee. Okay. Well, I
This
don't
is
want you to play
for
something I'm gonna miss it. So
no, it's you've
yeah.
seen it. It's in our clip box. You've already
Oh,
seen
okay.
it.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
So this is for y'all and y'all's participation for this last 2 hours and 44 minutes because y'all could have been anywhere on these social media streets, but you chose to be here with us tonight, and we greatly appreciate it. For everyone who hit the like, who were able to share, everyone who hit subscribe because you're new here. We love you. We appreciate you. If you sent donations, we appreciate it. We put everything back into the channel to change graphics, for intros, all of that good fun stuff, equipment. But we're about to take a bathroom break, and we'll come back. If nobody's on the link, I'll drop the link before I walk away. And if nobody's up here, we'll close the show. Thank y'all.
Always be thankful. I'll always be grateful. I'll always be thankful. I'll always be grateful. I'll always be thankful. I'll always be grateful. I'll always be thankful.
Not the link in the chat. I know that's right. Hey y'all, I'm back. I think I had to go step away too. Listen, thank y'all. Look, I have a voice note that hasn't been uploaded, and I need to upload it because we've been adding a lot of sounds. But one of the voice notes I need to upload, it says something about, I can't remember. It says something. Don't tell me about gassing up my co-host because I love her. I really do. Godmama is the truth. Okay. And shout out to the chat though, because y'all cute. Y'all are so cute. I really love y'all and I miss y'all. I mean, I don't miss y'all after 3 hours, but I missed y'all when I first started the live.
Amen.
When I first started the live. And I miss a few people. Like I really do. I miss going live randomly. I miss I seen T Black. Shout out to you, Godmama. Let me let me give you some flowers real quick, Queen. Cause you put us on to that new system that did the little shorts and stuff, the little videos, the Opus Wooty Whoop. And it got our views up. We got 500 views on our first short. Okay.
Amen.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Godmama. We love to see that. And somebody had came in and gave compliments earlier tonight saying, oh, it was Lay's.
Shout out.
Lay's came in earlier tonight and said, oh, your guys' graphics are so cute. And I couldn't stop the show at the time to be like, that's all Godmama. But it's all you. So I know nobody likes to stay late at this part of the show, but if you do, shout out to Godmama because she has put in so much work. She's a talented individual. And I was listening to one of your shows on my drive back, and I was like, I forget you can run I don't want to say that and sound stupid or rude, but I'm like, this bitch can run a whole show. So she really doesn't need me at all. Like you have your own channel. You've been doing your own thing for years.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just grateful that we're here. Grateful. Right. I know it's a hiccup. It is what it is. It's bumpy. It's in. It's out. Just grateful though. Thank you for the. I was going to say thank you for the chat recognizing the graphics and recognizing the growth. And Lays, that I'm trying to scroll up and find your comment because I'm going to highlight it one more time. I know you're not here anymore, but that's all you, Godmama. That's all you, baby.
All I appreciate that.
So thank you. Thank you,
It's
sister,
fun. It's
for
fun
being a
to do.
solid one.
Yeah, thank you for being, because I know you ain't really the type either. You're, you know, I don't want to do no damn podcast like that shit.
I was thinking about that, no real. I was like, you know what? I don't even like talking to people. I'm like, how did I end up here? And then you know what I was thinking too? I was like, I honestly miss my headphones and microphone. Talk about narcissist. Oh my gosh. Like, bitch, I'm ready to put the microphone and the headphones on. Let's go.
Let's go.
Mhm. Yeah. But it's been fun just having our conversations. I went back through them all. Here we are right here. I found it. Bloop. The graphics are so cute. Fancy. Shout out to Lace. I had to scroll
Yes,
all the way through.
Lace has been rocking for a long time.
Oh yeah, she's OG. She's
Oh,
OG Black Sector 2.0.
mm.
Mm-hmm.
And
She's
shout out to Buddy Lee and them for the drinking and spelling contest
I
and
need
the
to
black.
go watch some of that. We should have done some highlights from that because I freaking missed it. But you're
Mhm.
right. Shout out to Buddy Lee. He did a spelling bee. Well, this is his second or third annual spelling bee.
I think it was the third. Mhm.
Hmm. He said it was in sixth grade. And I wanted to enter this year. Oh, Swoosh God is live. Hi, Swooshy.
Oh God.
Let me see, Buddy Lee. Let's see if he needs to get on that Opus too and give us some highlights. Shout out to you
Mhm.
again, Godmama, because that right there, when I went to our analytics, I was shocked because usually I go to our analytics and it's like, and then
Right.
it said your views kind of match some of the stuff you did in December. But I'm like, oh, in December I was acting up, you know what I'm saying? And I looked and it was your shorts. It was you.
Yeah. Well, the shout out
Wow.
to the people though, right?
Yeah.
This is this
Shout out to
space.
the people.
We
Mhm.
created this space for the people. We just kind of are trying to make this space happen for the people. Because most of those clips were of our guests
Yeah.
speaking their concern.
Well, and you only did 2 videos or one you only did the toxic. We haven't even put all this stuff. We'll get into that. We haven't even put all the stuff up there. So, and
Yeah,
there's
but
a lot of
maybe
conversations coming out. I promise you right now, there's a lot of conversations coming out um as far as getting, like I said earlier, that content creation vibe where people
mm,
are like getting this money real quick because this is going to be the end of an era. So if we don't, it's like a cash and grab for
right.
the people like us. We got to get in real quick because it's not going to last. They've already changed the rules so much, they've already regulated it so much, and it's only going to get further regulated.
Mhm.
So we kind of got in at a good time, and I kind of like being under the radar for now.
Right. Right.
Hmm.
And you never know, y'all might see us on Rumble one day too. You never.
Hmm. No, truth be told, we wanted to do 6 weeks with y'all and we're maintaining that, but you know what I'm saying? This wasn't our end all be all. No
Mhm.
disrespect. This is not our end all be all. We needed a test run and I think we're still getting through some hiccups, but I think we've adjusted well.
Mhm. Getting our feet wet
Yeah,
with
yeah,
our
our feet
core
wet.
people. Yep.
Yeah, for sure. Before we go, I wanna come over here and be a nothing ass bitch. Buddy, flag me, nigga. Flag me, baby. Come over here and put your name on it. We're gonna play a little bit of your shit before we dip out of here. I wanna see. Are you smarter than a sixth grader? Let me see. I don't know where it started at. Let me see. Hey, I forget how Buddy get down. Buddy be getting
Oh,
down.
uh,
Hey. Goddamn, when we spelling? Is it spelling drink or is this a club? I
maybe
forget it be a whole club.
right.
Oh, there's pretty eyes. Yay!
You missed it. Yeah.
Let's go, pretty eyes.
That's pretty eyes.
You tell me.
Yes, I do.
Nah, it's right there on the tip. It's about to come out. Neck out with some carrots. You didn't even tell me.
Are
Man,
we
it's right there on
spelling?
the tip. It's about to come out.
You just put that there so you don't help me, don't mind, buddy.
We ain't doing no damn spelling
James,
up
where you
here.
at? We need diapers on the panel, sir. We need diapers
No, I'm
on
just
the
gonna
We
let
ain't
it
doing
flow.
no
I'm just
damn
gonna let it flow.
spelling.
Fuck it.
Buddy, you lied. You lied. It's 2 hours in, nigga, and y'all ain't spelling. Y'all ain't here in the club turning up. Let me see. Maybe I missed somebody. Where the I thought it was gonna be 6th grade friendly. Let me see. I forget how they get down over here. I totally forgot how they get
Kiss
down.
body parts if it wasn't on a guy. A bunch of girls.
Yeah, see, no. Y'all 2 hours in. Y'all, nah, what kind of here we go. What's this? Let me see.
Look, talking about Tana down there drinking. She said, "Fuck it, I'm getting dry." Ooh.
Oh Lord.
Listen, they had a whole club.
Child, I thought I was gonna catch some highlights of a spelling bee. I'm gonna have to go through that. I should have went through that and pulled out my own damn highlights. That's what I should have done. Pennywise didn't put no highlights.
I don't know. I haven't got a notification for Miss Pennywise. Shout out to Pennywise. She a OG too.
She sure is. She sure is. Okay. All right. I see y'all over there. I'm looking at the chat. I don't that was just a whole club scene. I was here for okay. Well, I need to see a spelling bee. What y'all spelling? Elephant? I don't even know what 6th grade words are.
I don't either.
I don't know. I could have been ready. I should have been ready, but I had to dip.
And I don't even blame you.
I'm pulling them up right now. A 6th grade words. I just want to know what is 6th grader words? Abundant, authentic, dedicate, efficient, forfeit, intention, loathe, makeshift. Nigga, what?
Maybe they had to get drunk first.
I should have been. That's fine. These are still words that bewilder, boycott, condemn. Come on. Momentum,
That's funny.
persistent. These are words we could do. Yeah, I should have been there. Perceive, prominent, rigorous. Ooh. Stealthy. Okay, Buddy Lee. Yeah, I should have been there.
That night. I know them words.
Not me bragging about knowing 6th grade words.
Right. I know them.
Speculation. Thank you, hubby. Speculation. That could be oh gosh. Listen, it's been a minute. I was doing my puzzle earlier today, talking to Kylie. And I was telling her about this map puzzle I'm doing. I said I'm basically homeschooling myself at this point. Learning different areas on the map that I done forgot. You forget. When's the last time you done put a map together? And picked out. I didn't know Hong Kong was a coastal city. I didn't know like there's just I've never been to China. How would I know?
Right.
It's not until you go to put a map together without using another map to put it together. Like, oh, okay. I'm fucking dumb. It's fuck. Like, where is this in China? I have no idea. Anyhow, that's my spiel for look. Here go Daquan. Daquan, please stop. Not him spamming the chat with 6th grader. Daquan, we're not hosting the spelling bee, babe.
We've got to come back and talk with the people about the prison situation we were talking about last time we were here. That may need to be something we need to come back for this week or something.
Yeah, I want to do a episode 2 with the immigration as well because that hasn't let up in these cities. It has not let up, and there's still trickle effects in these other, in the sanctuary cities. So yeah, there's some episode 2s that definitely need to be discussed for sure
Mhm.
and elaborated on. But, that's what we're here to do. We're here to be concerned citizens and just keep tabs because a lot of this shit goes swept under the rug.
Right.
Hmm. Sure does. Yeah. So good deal. Thank you, Godmama, for coming through tonight, baby. It's 11:30. I gotta take my ass on to bed.
The bed 5 o'clock gonna come real soon.
Ew, that's okay.
I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Thanks for coming by. Hit the
Yeah,
like way out if you
yeah.
haven't already.
Stop it. She said because they worried about virgins. Kylie, we'll come back to that conversation as well. Okay, we
Mm.
definitely will. Well, thank y'all for rocking with us tonight. We will be back. Y'all be easy. We'll be greasy. I'll sip some. Y'all smoke some. What's good? See y'all on the next time. Peace.